What's up? This is Tony, this is Nerdbauchery, and welcome to the first episode of Season 2 for the new homebrew / module, Shadowdale. I was about to say Doom and Dagger Dale. I've been saying it for almost a year. But now the good team, we've got some new cast members, and we are about to start this brand new module. I want to start by saying thank you to our supporters, our subscribers, our viewers, our Patreon supporters especially. You are really helping us improve our stream. As you can see, we've continued to buy new things for the stream, like the Fog Monster. We got the new Blue Yeti mic, got some new cords so we don't have as many issues. So yeah, we're constantly trying to improve and get this better for y'all, and your money is not being tossed out the window and just pissed away. It is being used to provide a better experience for you. So yeah, thank you for that very much. Again, I want to also thank Wargaming Recon, Monkey Paw Clothing, and also Stat Trackers. Stat Trackers, I use them all the time. James Keeler, who used to play on the good team, he was a great guy. He sent me these Stat Trackers. They're very useful. Basically, you just don't have to look up the monsters inside the actual manual. You can just have them right there. They have all your information, quick, easy, and simple. I also want to thank Mace for sending me a shirt from Monkey Paw Clothing. Thank you. She works at Dwarven Forge, and she was playing on the evil team as Hatchet. Hopefully, we'll be having her back as a special guest star, I believe, for the evil team. In season 2, we'll have to see who it's going to be. I can hear that, Jay. So, again, I'm Tony, and this is Nerdbauchery. This campaign was originally a 2nd edition campaign. It was converted over from 2nd edition to now be 5th edition rules. This whole map was made with Dwarven Forge. And of course, Dwarven Forge, if you've been watching our streams, you know who they are. You know I love them. They pretty much, and I'm not just saying this because I like them, they really do make the best terrain on the market. If anybody finds something better, I'd sure like to know about it because I've never found anything. They're great. I highly suggest you check them out. Their stuff lasts. It's not made out of flock that kind of falls off or breaks or anything like that. It is made of like a proprietary PVC material, so it really lasts. Awesome. So check them out. And then, of course, next Friday, or this coming Friday, is going to be the Evil Team, and they are finishing up Season 1 of the Doom at Dagger Dale. So they're about to come in contact with Colderan, and it's probably going to be a whole different situation since they're evil. I don't think there's going to be a battle. Who knows what's going to happen, but it's going to definitely be interesting. And then on Sundays, bi-weekly Sundays, we have Pandemonium, as we've started a lot of new content for y'all now. Pandemonium is basically DM Raven. He plays on the evil team, but he also DMs that game, which is a VTT, Virtual Tabletop, or Rule 20, where he created a world of hell where the characters died, and they're now in hell trying to get out, which is actually a really cool story. And then on Mondays, every Monday, we of course do Nerdbauchery and Fens Plays, where what we do is we play like PC RPGs and things like that. Like right now, we're finishing up Baldur's Gate 3. It's co-op games that we play with the cast members. And then we're going to be starting, thinking Dark Alliance on the 22nd, or whenever it starts, probably whatever that Monday is after the 22nd. All right, and I'm going to let the players introduce themselves, because again, we got some new cast members, and they're probably tired of me talking here, so let me pull that up, and we will start from the top. Chris, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris, and it's my first time playing. Wow, this is odd, seeing the delay.
I highly just what character? When you introduce yourself, just tell us your name and your character you're playing.
I'm playing Duncan Scoop. I'm playing a human warrior.
Okay. All right. And the delay, Chris, I would mute the Twitch. It's much easier because if you have to hear yourself, it'll drive you crazy.
Yeah, I did that.
And next, we'll have Space. Is Space there? Is she muted?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. Hey, guys. I play... I'm sorry, Tony. What did you say? I just got distracted.
Oh, no. Just introduce yourself and your character, that's all.
Okay, let me start that over. Hey guys, I'm Space. I play an Air Ganassi rogue named Sparrow.
All right.
That's it.
Next is Eric.
The name's Bale Blueblood. I escaped the 9 hells, sought refuge from and received from the Ilmater Church. I'm now a paladin on a path of redemption, trying to save my soul.
As you can see, we got some more people dressing up in costumes, it looks like, this season. So we're really getting more into the RP and craziness here, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Next is Paul.
Good afternoon, good evening to you all. My name is Mako Lighter. I am the gentleman adventurer, traveling the length and breadth of the land, experiencing brave and great new things, and trying to make the world a better place than I found it.
And next is Exile.
Hello, I am Exile. I will be playing Lucacero, a human barbarian fighter who underwent some strange experiments not too long ago.
All right. And next is Miku. Finally, not last, not least, but Miku.
They call me Silhouette. I enjoy the shadows. I'm going to play as a monk.
All right. So that is all our characters, and we are going to get right into it, people. Let me make sure we are on the right screen so that, yep, you can see your characters. And let me read you a little intro here, and then we will get on it. All right. For the past few months, you and your band of adventurers have been traveling back and forth between Evening Star and Arabelle, slowly working your way up the mercantile ladder to make your fortunes. On this night, you are traveling back from Evening Star with your biggest load yet, and hopefully, your final sale and retirement. You are entertaining yourself with stories of adventurers that you recently heard had saved the town of Dagger Falls and secured fame and fortune for themselves. Settling into the campsite that you've just made, you begin to enjoy a meal of steak and potatoes and prepare for the day to come. And this is where our adventure begins. And I'll let the players go ahead and take it away.
All right, so what was the time of day again?
It's nighttime. You had just, you're kind of tired. You've gotten off to finish the road. You've made your campsite. You've just prepared your meal. You've got your cartload of supplies there that you're going to sell when you make it back to Arabelle. It's your biggest load yet. You put all your money into this cartload and, you know, your biggest investment. And this is going to be the big payoff for y'all to retire.
Sparrow, is that you?
Blue? I haven't seen you in so long. It's so good to. Oh my gosh! And I'm gonna run and hug you because I know you hate it.
It's good to see you. Our little birdie is back. Not so little, but a birdie nonetheless.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! I missed you so much. I'm sorry, and I'm so sorry. I know we lost contact and all, but it's so good to see you, and I'm gonna hug you tighter.
Same.
Where did you go after I left? I had to go home. I had to see my dad's.
I was helping the Zentrum hunt down some more evil folk. For a while, it was all right. Using one evil to get to the worst evil. But then they had me hunt somebody that I didn't appreciate. Somebody I didn't think deserved it. So I cut it loose. Now I'm here.
You were still working with that group? I couldn't. I couldn't. They had me do something really, really bad, and it was really, really bad, Blue. Like, for a second, I didn't know who I was. I saw things. I did things that. I'm so sorry.
Wow. I wish I would have known. We'll talk more about this later. Just glad to have you back.
I'm glad to have you back as well.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and start casting the ritual version of Loman's tiny hut.
Okay.
You see me sit down on a stump, smiling. I pull out my lute and begin strumming a few notes as I'm
I got a real lute. Do you have a real lute?
a guitarish.
Holy crap! Awesome, dude. All right.
Fellow adventurers.
That is epic.
Hey, it's great to see you. My name is Mako Lighter, by the way. We've been traveling for not terribly long. I have a few skills from my time traveling on the road. I'm going to try and set up a magical enclosure for us to make sure that we're not in trouble tonight as we try and slumber. It'll take me about 10 minutes, so you're welcome to listen in. You're welcome to continue your brooding, tragic backstory. But hey, if you need anything, let me know. I'm here to help you, make your lives easier.
You sure your song isn't going to attract unnecessary attention?
Of course not. That wouldn't happen.
Foolish.
This hut that you're building, friend, tell me, will it include the wagon?
It will not. Fortunately, only you doublings and myself.
Well, considering that it contains our fortune and our treasure, and the possibility of retirement, maybe 2 huts are better than 1.
No can do, sorry. As soon as I leave this here hut, it kind of collapses in on itself. But you guys are welcome to keep an eye out and watch, and if you see anything coming, feel free to jet on out there and...
Well, while we rest, it would be prudent, I think, to perhaps set guard. I tell you what, I will volunteer for the first watch.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you.
As long as your hut has a door that I can kick so I can wake someone up to take over from me.
You can walk right through it. As a matter of fact, you can see right through it. It's like a dome that covers us. Come and leave at your comfort.
Not a hut, a dome. All right. I will sit back and enjoy the music of the halfling, keeping an eye on our cart.
All right. So I'm going to go down the list, just ask everybody what they might want to be doing. So Rum Tickle, you're enjoying the music of the halfling. Sparrow, you're talking with Bale. Mako, you're playing that guitar, and that's awesome. I was just telling JC that's so over the top bringing the guitar. That was cool. That's cool.
Someday I might even learn how to play it.
That would be even more awesome. If you slowly learn to play over the course of the stream, that would be epic. So Mako's playing that. Luca, what are you doing?
Nothing. Keeping to myself, trying to unravel my bedroll close to the fire.
Okay, so you're just kind of just getting warm, hanging out, kind of tired from the day's traveling?
Yeah.
Okay. And Silhouette, what are you doing?
I am standing by the shadow of the cart, sort of like where the campfire near is. So there would be a really dark shadow on the other side, and I can kind of overhear the party. And I'm just kind of looking out into the darkness.
Okay, so you're being all ninja-y?
Yeah.
All right, and so at this point, what are y'all doing? Are you ready to rest, or are you wanting to do anything else?
Preparing to take the first watch.
Okay, first watch. All right, so Rum...
Also, sorry, I hate to break character here, but it's not Rum Tickle, it's Scoop. I think it...
Ooh, let me change the name. I'm sorry.
Also, you have Silhouette and I mixed up.
Yeah, JC is working on switching your names right now. That was a mistake. But let me fix this guy here. And what was the name again?
Scoop.
Scoop. Okay, Scoop. All right. So let's just put that there. Sorry about that, buddy. And it's okay to break characters sometimes for stuff like that. I understand. All right. So everybody's done that. Scoop is going to take first watch. Is anybody going to take watch with Scoop?
Would you perhaps want someone to accompany you on this watch.
2 is usually better than 1. I mean, if I got clobbered in the head, no one else will know.
The one who clobbered you might.
So y'all are taking a first watch then. All right, so as you go ahead, you begin to watch. The night is warm. It's pleasant out. You can see the rustling of the trees. There's a sweet smell on the wind from the spring flowers that have now grown. It's a nice, again, June like here. So it's wonderful, nice, just very good, pleasant. You smell the steak, again, cooking, and you had a nice warm meal. Your bellies are full. Mako is playing wonderful songs by the fire, and it's relaxing everyone. And so far for this first watch, nothing really happens. So you're good to go. We'll just say you make it past the first watch with no enemies. Nothing really happens, just the whistling of the wind. So now 4 hours have passed. We'll say it's around 2 o'clock at this point. It's pretty late in the evening. Kind of mid-morning. Not mid-morning, but past 12 o'clock.
I will stretch and yawn, get up, walk towards the dome, and stick my head in, clear my throat. I don't kick anyone. I will say... Oh, just a figure of speech. So someone needs to watch the carts.
I'm snoring loudly.
Someone needs to watch the carts.
I'll just kind of in the darkness, just kind of step out and walk past Scoop.
All right. So who's taking next watch?
You don't actually have to leave the hut to watch the carts. I mean, you can see out through the dome.
Well, I just meant I will go towards the carts.
I know, but it's nice out. It'd be different.
It is pleasant.
Right, feel the breeze.
Yeah, it's a pleasant night out.
It's like Vermont in summer. If you've ever been to Vermont, it's gorgeous and beautiful. All right. So this next watch, who are the one or two people who's going? Just the names.
I'm definitely gonna go out for this one.
Okay, so that's Silhouette that's talking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Silhouette goes. Is anybody going to go with Silhouette on this next watch?
Do you require someone to come with you, Silhouette?
The silence of the woods calms me.
If you change your mind, you can wake me.
I'll nod. And I'll just sort of watch the cart really closely. That's basically I find a bush or something and just kind of hide there.
So both y'all are going, or just you, Silhouette?
Just me.
Okay. All right. So you're just going to go do watch, and so as time passes, again, you're looking outside. Everything seems good. It's dark. You're enjoying the shadows. You're practicing your stealthy skills. You again, twirling your dagger around. You're pretty dexterous. And as morning approaches, one morn, no sun rises. There is only darkness and an icy chill. Dust blows on the wind, which grows quickly to a gale. It is no normal storm, but a howling, lashing battle of the winds that come from every quarter and crash together, wrestling over the land. Branches, birds, plants, and all are whirled helplessly through the air. Rain begins, and hail and snow all falling impossibly together as lightning crashes and tornadoes forming over the land. I hope my sound effects are okay. Uh,
I must say it sounds like 6 times.
Well, I definitely immediately
All right.
bolt through the.
Oh, it's all right. So the
target.
ground, and then the lightning crashes and tornadoes form and are tearing over the land. The ground shakes and rocks are borne aloft and to fall as killing rain out of the darkness. Folk in the open are crushed against rocks or buildings. Roofs fall in and are whittled away. Horses are tumbled helplessly along the ground. Trees topple. And now you're sitting there, and all this is happening. At this point, now you're seeing all this hail is beginning to come down. It's hitting the cart. You're seeing your goods being smashed away by this heavy hail, and the winds are blowing everything out of the cart. And the cart itself is almost, being picked up, but it's just heavy enough to stay on the ground. What do y'all want to do where this is whipping around and Silhouette's out there, and this storm started instantly. The weather was perfect, and then bam! It just started like this. So you were caught completely by surprise, Silhouette. You've been pushed against the cart, and all the rain's hitting you. So we'll start with Silhouette since she's out there, and everybody else is in the hut. Silhouette, what do you want to do? Is Silhouette muted?
Yeah, she's working on it.
Sorry about that.
It's
So
all
what
right.
I said was, I'm going to use all of my speed of movement to run towards where the party is, and just sort of immediately start waking the first person up that I can reach.
All right.
Just like by tapping them on, not tapping, but more like shaking them. Like there's something going on.
Go ahead, do it. Go ahead. RP that.
Ooh, I'll be the one to tap.
Something's wrong.
What's
Wake
going on?
everyone up now.
Everybody, wake up, wake up! Silhouette says, or the shadow lady says, wake up. And whoever doesn't wake up, I'm smacking them.
I figured it'd be really loud right now, so I'd probably be yelling.
I know Blue, he likes to sleep, so I'm gonna smack him as hard as I can.
Secure the cargo.
Oh, and you know what? I'll run over to the bar and slap them and wake them up.
Luca is gonna.
Wake up! Time for action.
Luca is gonna try to.
Oh my gosh! I look outside. Whoa. When did that happen?
We have to retrieve
now.
the items. We have to retrieve the items on the cart.
Yeah.
You guys have fun with that. I'm gonna stay in here.
The horses are neighing as they're being bludgeoned, by the hail.
I'll grab my shield, run out, lock the shield between myself and any flying debris, and I move towards the horses, not the cart.
All right. So that's Scoop talking.
Yes.
Okay. So Scoop, you're now trying to push your way towards the cart. The branches are hitting, rocks are flying, wind is hitting you in your face. Right as a rock is about to hit your head, luckily you're protecting yourself with your shield, so the debris that normally probably would have damaged you, luckily is not. You do get a few scrapes from branches that are going by and hitting the few unprotected areas, but it seems to be all superficial, and you make it to the cart. What do you want to do?
The horses are not tied to the cart, correct?
Well, they are, and they're all going up. They're trying to break the reins. They're being damaged. You see, they're being hurt. Their bodies are being bruised.
I draw my sword, and I'll cut the horses loose.
All right. So you cut it, and I'm not gonna make you roll for that. And the horses go running off. They jump up and quickly go as the rope and the bit and the bridles fall to the ground, and the horses are now gone. And the cart kind of tilts to the front now that it has no horses, and your goods are still being destroyed. You see all the liquid goods that was in the vases that you had of oils that you were bringing to Arabelle. It's all been smashed. It's all over the place. You see the animals that you had back there. A few look like they've been, I don't like killing animals, but this is part of it. So a few look like they have been, gone to Rainbow Bridge. So, yeah.
I'll go to the side of the cart. Oh, sorry.
I was trying to wait till people were finished talking, but I would have liked to have gone and protect this stuff with my shield and everything.
Okay. You know
that's
what?
on the cart since he had the horses.
We'll do that. You know what?
Bale's on his way out as well. Bale's on his way out as well.
Let me go down the list then and ask everybody what they want to do. So Scoop went out there and he cut the rope to the horses. So who was following Scoop? Next we'll go to that was Luca that was talking?
Yep.
Luca, what did you want to do?
I wanted to follow his lead, head out with my shield, and try to defend everything in the cart as best I can.
Okay. So Luca's sitting out there. I'll get back to
Even
that.
if it means I have to take a few hits if my shield doesn't cover it all.
All right. Bale, you said you're going out there too?
Yes, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathe on myself first. He rubs his fingers together and a fine kind of blue dust forms around him, and he has a shield right now. And he's going to run out and first try and help free those horses. Once that's done, he's going to try and retrieve the items from the cart. You had mentioned some fallen animals. Are there other ones aside from the horses?
Yes, there's there's some chickens in there inside your cart. So you two are heading out to the cart. Let me check what everybody else wants to do. Sparrow, what are you doing as this is all going on? The storm is raging. You see some of your party members are venturing out into the storm to go try to protect the cart and your goods.
I will follow.
Okay.
I will try to help in whatever way I can.
Okay. Mako, what are you doing right now?
How do the horses look?
Well, when Scoop gets to it, he chopped the rope, so he'll be able to free the horses. So they were getting bruised and hurt badly from the storm and everything whipping against them because they had obviously no protection. Just like your cart is getting destroyed, the wood's getting beat down, the wheels everything's getting destroyed. But the horses are going to run off into the distance. Unless you want to yell to Scoop or something, like try not to cut the horses.
Let me look at my character sheet real quick. As far as handle animal, is that a thing anymore?
What did you say?
So, how do we so animal handling? That's its own skill. Got a +1 on that. Yeah, I guess I'll just delay inside the hut.
Are you going to hang there and keep playing? All right. So your bard is playing a happy tune, trying to cheer you all up as you go out to the storm. All right, so the other people, you all go out there, and again, the same thing. You've got trees, branches blowing over the place. You can see tornadoes in the distance. This is like nothing you've ever seen. It's obviously not natural. This is insane what's going on. You're talking snow and rain and hail all at once. And, you make it to the cart, Scoop, you see him lift up his sword, and he comes down on the rope and the yoke that's holding the horses, and the horses are run off into the distance, so this way they're not getting hurt, pelted by the hail and everything else. And now you've got Luca's made it up to the cart, and Luca, you're trying to, what would you like to try to protect? You got some animals that you can see that you can protect. You've got some dry goods that are slowly getting, saturated by the rain. And you've got it looks like some, perishables as well, like vegetables and everything that are getting mashed as slowly beat by the hail and the rain and everything else.
What I'll do is I have a tarp in my bag. I'll throw that over the dry goods to try to keep the rain off of them. Mm-hmm. And I will just use my shield in that to try to protect the animals and the vegetables and everything.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah. And what are you going to do, Bale? Are you trying to help do that as well?
Yeah, I think primarily he wants to make sure those horses get free. He'll just raise a hand and use an Eldritch blast on one of the reins of one of the horses so that Scoop doesn't have to do both. Mm-hmm. And then I want to see if I can protect some of the other animals with Luca.
Okay, so y'all going to try. Now, this wind is blowing incredibly hard, so you're going to try to get this tarp down. I have no problems y'all trying it, but no, let's get let's see what we did for this one. gonna be a -4 to this roll. Give me a give me a sleight of hand, because you're trying to, you know what? No, survival would actually be better, I think, on this, maybe, because you're trying to survive. Well, no sleight of hand, because you're trying to tie. It's dexterity. So give me a sleight of hand roll, and you're gonna need roll high, but it's gonna be a -4. You get me an 18 or above. I'm gonna let you.
Each of us.
Yes.
Each of us.
Yeah, I'll also help too.
One person has to roll, but you can do the help function that will make it where they can roll them with advantage, but they're still rolling the -4 to that roll.
Do you want me? Oh, I mean, anybody can roll.
I think the rogue with the high dexterity should be the one to roll.
Yeah, whoever wants to roll can roll it, because space is out there too.
Yep. I'll help. Sparrow.
Okay.
So I'll give her advantage.
All right. You did not get it. It looks like.
That was a 14.
Yeah. So you did not get. So this wind is just whipping around. Just crazy. It's almost impossible. You got tornadoes going. So trying to get this tarp on here in the middle of the darkness, pitch black now, because there's almost no light with the rain. It's just pretty much nigh impossible. So the tarp, you go to throw it over to space so she can catch it in her hand and put it on, but unfortunately the wind catches it and your tarp goes flying into the wind, or about to fly. I'm going to give you one more, at least a chance to catch your tarp, because I don't want you to lose it. Give me a straight, give me another sleight of hand for no disadvantage on this. This is just trying to straight catch it. Roll an 18, sleight of hand. Who wants to try to roll? I guess Sparrow again, I assume.
I'll assist if possible.
All right. Oh, you want to roll, Luca?
Silhouette was helping me, but I got a 15.
All right. So I think someone else wanted to roll then.
That's fine
Is it with advantage? Because you get 2 rolls if you have it.
Hey, Luca!
Ooh, Luca got it. All right. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, and with advantage, it shows the 2 rolls. If you're looking at roll 20, there's actually 2 rolls, a 15 and a 13 that Space had. So
20 and a 1.
Yeah, so 20 and a 1. Hey, you got it though. So Luca, you see, with incredible, you reach out, amazingly dexterous for a fighter, and you use your grip strength and you grab on to the rings of one of the rings of this tarp, and you're able to pull it down, even though the wind is incredibly strong, and pull it back to you. So now you've got your tarp. It's trying to whip around, but you've got it back in your hand. You at least did not lose it into the storm, but the goods are continuing to get destroyed. You can see again, like a lot of your perishable goods. The animals are still safe, pretty much, because you've got your shield over them. But the goods themselves are being ruined. The dry goods, like all your vases are now gone with the oils that you had, like your olive oils and things like that.
Should we try to put the tarp over it again, or is it a lost cause at this point, do you think?
Is the wind...
Be aware, and all the people also, because you're standing out in the storm, and obviously you can't shield yourself now from the storm. Without shielding yourself, everybody takes 1 hit point of damage. 1 hit point, because you're standing in the storm right now, and as you continue to stand out there, you're being pelted unless you're holding up the shield to protect yourselves.
Is there a way... Sorry, but if the wind is coming from a specific direction, can we flip the cart so that the bottom of the cart is facing the wind?
The wind is totally insane right now. It's not even coming from any real direction. You can't even tell. You've got tornadoes, you've got hail, you've got snow, you've got rain. It's just not even a natural storm. You could try to flip the cart. I think maybe that might offer you, if you got under it or something, but the cart itself is slowly getting damaged as well, because it's being hit and it's slowly dinking the wood and the wheels and everything else.
I'm thinking if we flip the cart, then that would provide some protection for the animals. and we can sort of huddle up next to the cart with shields or get back into the hut. What say you, friends?
I think this is. I don't know, guys.
There's
I
no
think we
time
should
for
just-
talking.
Yeah, I think we should just go back inside the hut. Just leave the cart.
We take the goods off the hut and try to get it into the cart, or the other way around.
Hey,
Off
stream
the
this
cart
group.
into the hut.
You want off the cart into the hut?
That works too.
How many
I guess-
chickens are
Um,
there?
I'd say at this point there's like a pig and maybe 5 chickens left.
And how
that's-
many people can fit into the tiny hut or things?
Ooh, that's a good question. I personally do not know that.
How tiny is the tiny hut?
I think
It's
the tiny
tiny.
hut can fit one
Let me double
party.
check the spell on that. I think the number is 10.
Ooh, looks like
Guys,
one of
we
the.
don't even know if we can fit all of these animals inside. We might just. I don't want to see animals die, but we have to protect ourselves first. This wind, this storm is so unnatural. I just wanted to be safe.
The ground is still shaking as well. You know, it's like earthquakes are happening now too. You feel that. You know. Again, there's rocks being thrown up as the ground is shaking, coming down. You're just being missed by the rocks, thank God. Not hitting your head, but it's dangerous out there.
If it means
So
we
grab the
lose
most,
everything,
9
I'm
creatures.
fine taking shelter behind the tree. Just get the goods into that hut.
I'll
I'm
grab
gonna
the
try to grab anything that I know is like lots of money.
Yeah, I'll grab the most expensive thing I can see and run it into the hut.
All right.
Oh, actually, if it wasn't with us when the spell was cast, then it can't come through the barrier. So all the outside animals rattle up.
So take them out of the cages and set them free. Let them run. And I'm sorry to say, but we just won't be able to keep them.
Go free.
I've got this. Go inside. I'll hold it off as long as I can. He still has the shield, and it's been nicked, but it has more shield left. And he's going to try and hold down that tarp for as long as he can and direct everyone to go back into the hut. He wants to try and save these animals.
Blue,
You're gonna
no, Blue. You have to come in. You have to come inside with us.
I won't wait until it's too late. But I got time.
If you're staying out here, then I'm staying out here as well.
So
I'm going to attempt a persuasion to yell out from the hut. No good is worth your safety or your lives. Money comes, money goes. It's the first rule of the caravan. Please join us. All right, here's my persuasion.
I think
Plus a
that.
D4.
Wait. We have to get against that. Someone's gonna have to roll against. So
That's a 16 persuasion.
let's do. So I guess that would be deception. No, or not deception because you're not trying to lie. You're just trying to resist. Not want if they want to come into the hut. So I don't know if you want to be a. Is anybody who wants to roll against that? Because you're pretty far. Let's see. Give me.
What?
Yeah, you're pretty far. You can barely hear him.
If
So, right, I guess I'll make my way out into the storm and try and corral them up, yelling my very persuasive rhetoric as to why they shouldn't be out here with the tornadoes.
So I'll entertain that with a counter roll, but I want to role play it, of course, because I'm not an NPC.
Okay.
But I'll,
You leave the hut disappears, which kind of makes the point moot.
I guess that's a good point.
so can I hear him or not?
Yeah, if you want it, yeah, you can hear him if you've gotten close enough at
Can I
this
keep
point.
my foot in the hut? Like I'll just kind
You
of
keep your foot.
All right.
Well, for them to hear you, yeah, you probably would have to leave the hut. But you know what? If you want to keep your foot in the hut, keep your foot.
Alright, so as I'm running in with carrying stuff, I step on his foot, like just on accident.
And by the way, just real quick, group, when it comes to things like that with persuasion rolls, Mako, I let people decide if they want to like be persuaded, unless it's deception, like you're trying to find out if a group member's
no,
lie.
absolutely. Like I
But,
just
like-
see it as I rolled it, and my argument was 16 persuasive. It was sounded very well. Of course, that does nothing to free agency or anything. Just players know that I made a pretty good argument as to why they should get away from the tornadoes and into the magical zone of safety.
And
You were singing a great song as you were convincing him. It sounded like the Beatles.
so to entertain that nice role playing, I rolled as well at 18. And he says, Ilmater would be displeased with the suffering of these animals. I can hold longer. Do not worry, I shall not perish.
All right. So you're gonna try to hang out there with the animals, Cutter. You're gonna take another. Let's see if you can get the tarp. You're gonna try one more time to do this tarp by yourself.
So he's just going to hold it down, basically, just holding it down.
Okay, so you're not trying to save the dry goods. You're just trying to save the animals. Then. Is
Yep.
that what you're? All right.
Yep.
So you're. All right. So let's make sure, because some people wanted to bring the animals. Let me go down and see what everybody wants to do. So we'll assume that y'all see, Cutter, not Cutter,
Bale.
Bale has now told y'all that he's trying to grab this tarp anyway and has told you to go. He's got this. Does anybody still want to try to grab any animals, or are y'all going to let Bale try to do this? Let me go down the line. Let's start with... Okay, Scoop, what are you going to do? Now that you've seen Bale trying to grab the tarp, do you still want to grab an animal, or do you want to let him attempt it?
I wanted to grab the most expensive thing on the cart and try to get into the hut with it.
Okay.
If no one wants to flip it and the tarp didn't work.
So unfortunately, objects that weren't there when the spell was being cast can't be brought into it. Same thing with creatures.
Am I aware of this beforehand, or am I going to find out the hard way?
I think you should find out the hard way. That would be good RPing.
Damn it.
Funny.
I'll step into the hut, and I'll wait for the others to come in.
All right, so you take the most expensive.
I leave the expensive thing right outside the hut.
All right, so that's the pig, because the pig is left. So you grab the pig, and it's you're running to the door as the thing's going down, and I guess you get to the hut, and you place the pig down. So you just place it there?
Oh, hold on. I thought it was inanimate. If it's a pig,
Yeah, so let's be clear.
something different.
Yeah, Tony, if we can be clear, I'm trying to protect all the animals, and Duncan Scoop is trying to get a item worth a lot of money.
Because there's not many. Everything's pretty much destroyed, the items at this point. But yeah, we'll say you can see. Let's roll. We'll say that you see underneath some of the debris. You still see one kind of package of what looks like, some spices that haven't been hit by the rain. They've been covered over by one of the other things of dry goods. So you grab that pack of spices and you go running.
I do yell to Bale. I say, "You might as well let them go, brother. They might have a better chance instead of being on the cart." And then I stuff the spices as deep into the earth as I can, which probably isn't very deep, and then step into the hut and start drying off.
All right. Even though the ground is pretty saturated, you're able to force it, because it's not too much saturated yet. You're able to force it deep into the ground. You're able to quickly dig a hole. I'm not going to make you roll for that, and push the spice into there, and hopefully that will keep it dry until this storm stops. All right. Sparrow, what are you doing at this point?
How many chickens are there?
There was one pig and 5 chickens.
And are the chickens all in one cage or in individual cages? Or are they in cages at all?
They're in individual, wooden little cages that they kind of are kept in, to keep them sitting and everything else.
And are the cages locked?
No, I mean, a human could easily pull this little stick out and open it. I mean, it's locked in the sense that the birds can't get out, but it's not locked with the key or anything, no.
Yeah, I'm going to just start taking chickens out of cages and letting go.
Oh, even though you saw Bale?
I'm going to look to him. I'm sorry, Blue, but we can't allow them to be flown around in the air. Just let them go.
They won't survive if I let them go.
They won't survive if you let them stay in the cart.
Let's see how long we can ride this out. Go inside, friend.
Oh, I can't. And yeah, I'm just gonna start letting chickens go.
All right. So I'll come back to see how we'll roll for how many chickens you're able to let go in a second. Mako, you're still just like you said, hanging in the doorway, singing a song, trying to give a convincing argument for why people need to be smart and get the hell out of the tornadoes.
Absolutely. Do I get another roll?
If you want to keep rolling for fun and give a good persuasive argument to see how good, it wouldn't be hard to convince me to come out of tornadoes. I'm gonna be honest. I'd be in the hut.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not very convincing.
That's actually a 14.
Well, it's really. Oh, well, Sean, you rolled a 2 up here because you rolled a 1d20.
Yep. Plus, I get a 1d4 for the mark of hospitality, and my overall bonus is plus 10. So 2 plus 10 equals.
That is nice. That is nice. All right.
Come on, get in here, please.
There's a tornado out here, and there's hail and snow and earthquakes and rocks. I mean, every damn thing in the world. All right, so he's in there trying to convince y'all. Luca, what are you doing at this point?
Right now, Luca is more than willing to try the tip the cart over to give the animals better shelter plan.
Okay, so you'll be able to then help Bale roll with advantage then when we come back. All right, and lastly, a silhouette. What are you doing right now?
I ran back into the tent. Accidentally stepping on Mako's foot.
So Silhouette wisely says, I'm getting the hell out of Dodge, and goes back in the tent of safety. Okay. All right, so let's go back. Sparrow, you're trying to go ahead and roll me a 1d6, and that's how many chickens you were able to save. If you roll 5 or 6, you just max her, and you're able to release them before they fluff over the cart.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Oh wow! So they'll still save the pig then. So as you're doing that, Sparrow is coming in as she sees Bale and Luca are beginning to get this tarp and they're messing with that. As they're doing that and flipping over the cart, you're quickly pulling up each one of the little sticks that kind of just stick in this little hole to hold the coop closed and let it out. And the chickens, you push them out and they go kind of flying off. But some of them you see they're getting pushed by the wind, but hopefully they'll be okay. And they begin to fly off into the night as all these chickens get away. Luca and Bale, who wants to roll to see if you can flip the cart with strength and everything else?
Luca, you're some kind of berserker or something, aren't you?
I suppose you could call it that.
Maybe it's time to get mad.
I'd prefer if you just helped.
Okay, well, I'll give advantage whether or not Luca goes berserk or rage.
Well, rage just gives me advantage, so either way.
Hey, can I go ahead and give him some bardic inspiration?
If you want, you can.
Yeah, let's do that. I think it's a D8 that you get to add.
Ooh, you just got it. All right. So now with that bardic inspiration, you got the 18 because it would have been a 15, wouldn't have made it, but got the 18. All right. You, Luca, even though the storm is raging and y'all just take another 1 hit point of damage. So far, everybody out in the storm has taken 2 whole hit points of damage. And you go pushing the cart. And with your muscles straining and your veins popping, and the wood straining, you push this cart over as the rain and snow is pouring down your face, and you just push it over, and it goes over on top, and the pig and everything is now protected. There's the hole in the back. If you wanted, you could crawl underneath there. It probably fit about 2 or 3 people underneath the cart at this point. So now the pig is safe, but the chickens have gotten away. So, what are we doing at this point, guys? The storm is raging.
Just calmly walk back to the tiny hut.
Yeah, Sparrow would look at Luca like, but she won't say anything. But she feels like she know them from somewhere. And she'll just turn to Blue. Come on, Blue. We have to get back into the hut.
Bag luck's as safe as it's gonna get. I'm coming.
All right, so y'all are making your way back to the hut. So everybody's going back into the hut then?
Yep, pulling
Yeah.
a blanket over myself, back to sleep.
Yeah,
All
I'm dragging Belle into the hut.
All right. If everybody's in the hut, then this is what happens next as, y'all settle in and the storm is raging. All day long, the fury of the storm rages unabated until nightfall. Night does fall this day with a great crash that shakes the earth, throwing all creatures helplessly to their knees. So as that happens, the earth shakes and all y'all kind of are thrown to the ground like a huge earthquake, but just one huge shake. There is a sudden silent calm thereafter as overhead the stars come out. So now the storm is over. What do y'all want to do? You can see outside, it is totally destroyed. It's like a hurricane. Plot times 10 is hit. The land, things are devastated. You see some animals are still alive, beginning to come out, but you see some have, perished in the storm. Trees are down, uprooted. Just dirt everywhere. It's totally destroyed. Floods have come in and washed away huge areas of topsoil. So at this point, what are y'all doing when you see this storm is over?
I'll step out of the hut and look for where I think I stuck the spices.
All right.
While we were in
Must
the
I
hut, I
say,
went ahead
rain makes for a
and,
wonderful nap, but I think that was a bit much.
while we were in the hut, I took 10 minutes to give a rousing speech about how we're going to make it through this, and everybody gains
Nice.
9 temporary hit points.
Everybody gains what?
9 temporary hit points. I'm using
Ooh.
the Firing Leader feat.
Nice. All right. So everybody gives yourself 9 temporary hit points. And Scoop had said he goes out and grabs his spice. All right. Silhouette, what do you want to do now that you got your stealthy skills? You smartly came back to the hut when the storm was raging. What do you want to do at this point with the party?
I actually want to go and survey the surrounding area. Like I kind of want to leave the area of the safety net of the tent if it's possible, and just sort of do a scouting around it, around the.
All right. Well, go ahead and give me, as you walk outside, you could see the utter devastation. You can see it from inside the hut anyway, but now, obviously, you know that the storm is over, and you can see further in the distance. You can see that the land is devastated. Give me a nature roll. Beat a 15. Oh, 15 or better. There you got it. So, all right. You can tell when you go outside, as you're surveying this area, you see... again, it's incredibly strange, but it's definitely not natural. It seems like the land itself has been just wrenched up, like something almost just tore it up or fell upon it. You can't really tell which, but it's not natural. And your nature skills also able to see a small creature that was as you were walking around, you noticed one of the chickens from last night had fell and apparently hit a tree, and you're able to see that. Give me another nature roll to see if you can kill the chicken. Ooh. Okay.
Oh no! Food chicken!
I guess I know what we're having for breakfast.
It's chicken. It's the other white meat. All right. Well, you go to you were able to survey land, but unfortunately, as you get by this chicken, maybe you've never really your nature skills are good, but you've never really dealt with farm fowl before for whatever reason. And as you go to try to save this chicken, it's just not good enough, your skills, and unfortunately, the chicken it kind of like passes away, but not in a painful way. It just passes away, from the night.
Could I just, if I, who is missing with the chicken?
Well, you're still inside. Silhouette went outside to walk around, and she is outside, and she found a chicken. Did you plan to follow Silhouette when she went outside?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, you were following behind Silhouette. Is there any? What did you want to say to her?
I could just throw a healing word on the chicken as an immediate action. Like she's like, no, chickens.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like so I'm gonna intentionally not notice you, and I'm just gonna be like solemnly like kneeled on the ground holding this chicken looking sad, and like I'm about to give it like a closer hug, and I'm not expecting anyone to see me do this. And then you cast healing word on the chicken, and all of a sudden I'm like,
yeah, that's just what it does. It comes back to life at the moment you hug it, and it kind of gives you.
Good job.
Yep. Oh, so you don't tell her you did the healing word?
I have a question for Mako.
Yeah, sure.
What is your healing word?
It'll be something in the halfling language. You speak halfling?
I'm not there.
Great.
There you go.
I'll come up with that if somebody actually speaks halfling.
So you have cured the chicken, and Silhouette is happy to see that this chicken, because she was kind of sad, that she couldn't save it.
My work here is done.
I'm just kind of like silently glaring at Mako, sort of. You can't tell what expression she's making under the mask. Just
okay. All right. So the chicken is alive, though. What do you want to do with the chicken? The chicken.
Go let eat it.
Is it calm? Like is it?
Yeah, it seems like when you were hugging it and brought it back, maybe for whatever reason, it seems to have like imprinted on you. Maybe coming back from the death, maybe it's almost like rebirth for whatever reason. But it's very calm in your arms and is, cleaning its feathers and then pushing its head into your chest. Like it likes you. Like it's almost like you're its mother. It's trying to preen you and clean you.
Well, I'm just gonna hold it really close to me, and just start walking back towards the tent without saying anything else.
All right. So Silhouette now has a chicken with her. The things that we've already gotten into in episode 1, a chicken. All right. So Silhouette is walking back. Mako healed. Bale, what are you doing right now?
Bale walks out and he pulls out a very wicked-looking spellbook and opens it up, and he casts Unseen Servant. And when he's done, after the ceremony, what's the terminology I'm using here? Mako, help me.
Ritual?
Saying a
Ritual. Thank you.
Okay.
Using a ritual because I use it as a ritual so it doesn't cost any spell slots. And he says to the Unseen Servant, he says,
Before that happens,
"Oh, okay.
Hold on. Now this is part of the module, so get ready."
I know it's coming.
Get ready. All right, I want you to roll me a D100.
Okay, hit as to whether or not I want high or low, so I can at least root for something.
I go high. High is good.
All right, here we go. 71.
Nothing occurs. No spell effect. But you notice that, like, you didn't lose your spell slot. Like, you still know it for some reason, but just nothing happened.
That's not normal. And he's going to try it again, which it'll take him 10 minutes. So whatever else other people do.
Yeah,
So he's kind of perplexed. Yeah, so he's doing that for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Did I notice him having trouble with his spell casting?
I think this is happening while you're off with the chicken.
Ooh, I just remembered. you would have had. Oh no, because that's a heal. Okay, you're good. you're just not okay. All right, now let's go ahead and see what Luca is doing.
I'd like to check underneath the cart that we flipped over, see if there's anything hiding under there.
Yes, the pig is under there. You know, it seems to be a lot calmer now that the stormers are. You don't even need to flip the cart. You can kind of just like go and look through the back now that it's light, and you can see, you know, through the opening in the back and the few holes that have been created from the night before the storm in the cart, that you can see the pig is in there safely.
All right.
So from a fortune to a pig and a chicken. So you saved the pig, Luca?
Yep.
So, yeah, like I said, y'all went from a fortune to a pig and a chicken. All right.
I hold my chicken very dearly.
She loves that chicken already. All right. You got to give that chicken a name.
Can I come back to that?
Yeah, I'm joking. You don't have to give it right now. So speaker, so everybody went. I know what Bale doing. And Sparrow, did I already ask you what you were doing?
No, you didn't.
Okay, what you doing?
I think I would be in a tiny hut and just laying there, and suddenly I hear like small purrs, and I'm looking around, and it's only Scoop in the tiny hut, and I'm looking at him like, is he purring? And then I look to my bag, and I see it's like vibrating. So I open my bag, and out comes this tiny little kitten.
Aww.
Which is like red and black, and it's the kitten that I got for someone very dear to me. And I'm just gonna be like, how did you get in there? And I'm gonna pull it out, and I'm gonna let it walk around the tiny hut, and it leaves, and I'm just gonna follow it out of the hut.
Mike, give me an animal handling to see if the kitten is well behaved after the storm, or if it tries to hiss and scratch. Your you don't roll with advantage on that one. So the kitten isn't in the best of moods. 14, is not enough to make. It's not mean. It's just like, you could see it's like kind of like scared and shaking and shivering still, like fearful from the night before. So when you go to put it down, it like kind of runs back towards you and tries to get behind your leg.
And I'm just gonna I'm gonna pick it up. If it comes back to me, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna pet it. And I'm gonna be like, it's okay, Lava. That's the name of the cat. It's called Lava. And I'm just gonna cradle it, and I'm gonna walk outside of the tent to see what everybody else is doing.
All right. And I already asked you, Scoop, what you were doing as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, all right. All right. Yeah. All right. So, you've got the pig. You guys got a chicken. The storm is over. And, yeah. So, what do y'all want to do? I'll let y'all take it away at this point, and you can RP until y'all ready to tell me what y'all want to do. You want to go?
Oh, looks like this wagon could probably use some repairing if we're gonna... I mean, is that even an option?
I think the first thing we should do is see if we can find the horses.
Good point.
There's something strange with the landscaping.
Oh, most certainly. That was quite unnatural.
Hey, Bale,
did the spice make it?
Your spellcasting over there.
Where am I in my ritual, Tony, for my second attempt?
Oh, that's right. Go ahead and roll me a D100 for your second attempt. Roll high.
Incoming. Oh, not high.
What did you get?
23.
All right. A pit opens instantly beneath your feet. And as you fall down into the pit, you take some falling damage. Just, you fell 10 feet, so what is that, 1d10 falling damage? 1d6, whatever they do in 5th edition. The 1d10 falling damage. You just roll me a 1d10. And this pit just like instantly, it wasn't there, and then just poof. And no stream, that isn't me making this up, it is in the module. Here's the table.
9 crunchy points.
All right, so you fall down this, as you go to cast the spell again, because you're so confused, but you're thinking, well, maybe, I'll let you RP, go ahead. Fine.
Do I see this as I'm walking out of the tent? Do I just see?
You see it if you're walking out, and as he's casting, trying to recast because you were walking around, and he was confused. You see this pit, and he just instantly just falls right into the pit.
If I see this, can I cast Levity on him?
I don't think you'd have time. I don't think you'd have time because it's instantaneous.
It'd have to be
literally
feather fall.
instantly.
Can I look down the pit and just say, would you like a rope?
That spell didn't go as intended.
A look from the other side. Did you mean to do that?
He's going to take off his glove and place it on his shoulder he fell on and lay on hands for 9 hit points.
Actually, you had 9 temporary hit points, so...
Ah, nice. So he doesn't do that. Okay, he says, thanks to your speech earlier, I'm doing just fine, but I could use some rope.
Luca, you said something about rope?
Yeah. Luca will take some of the rope off of his pack and string some of it down to bring him back up.
All right.
When he gets back up, he addresses the entire group, and he says, "Doesn't take a detective to say something that just happened last night is affecting my spells now.
Huh.
First time I couldn't cast it. Second time I got an instant pit, which would be a nice spell if it was on purpose."
I'll go ahead and cast Prestidigitation. Do you?
All right. Yeah, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you can cast
I'm going to go ahead and cast Prestidigitation to make translucent butterflies fly in front of me. What happens?
All right, you got to roll a D100.
All right, let's do it.
How these guys want the table. It's like, let's see what happens. This
80.
is funny. You got an 80?
Uh-huh.
All right, spell functions normally.
Okay. I mean, Bale, I don't know what the problem is. Magic seems to be working fine for me.
I'm not convinced. So I would like to use investigation to see if I can kind of piece anything together between my spell casting or his or the weather, anything like that. If there's something that I could maybe glean from this.
It'd be better to do Arcana. Well, I'll tell you, do investigation.
I'll do Arcana. Do investigation.
I'm gonna have you do one investigation, one Arcana if you want to piece together some information. But do investigation first.
All right. I can't see so well with these dark glasses. Hold on. All right, there you go. All right. So investigation first. 16, and I'm going to use my talisman. It'll glow slightly, and I'm going to add 1d4 to that.
Okay.
I can do this three times per rest. It's
that would have made it. That investigation.
Okay.
So you don't.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you don't need that. All right, you're able to. Your investigation. It seems obvious at this point that something has happened because your magic's not working, and the storm last night didn't seem to be natural. So you're kind of getting the inclination that maybe there's a connection between the storm and what's happening with the magic. I mean, obviously you can't be sure, but it is pretty strange that all of a sudden the storm hits, this crazy storm that you had no warning of. Like, there was no wind blowing, no nothing. It was perfectly still, silent. From still and silent, the tornadoes just appearing and hail falling, like instantly. There was no clouds, so something is amiss, something very strange.
Oh, I like Arcana.
Okay, roll me Arcana.
This one I have no bonuses on, it's just my int. But so I'll probably end up using my talisman. But here we go. Only a 3. I will not bother using my. I'm lost, so I'm not going to bother using my talisman.
Yeah, so you really can't tell anything other than it's just a strange storm. That's what you can tell from that. All right. So I'll let y'all continue and take it away and let me know what y'all want to do.
I'm still waiting to hear if my spice made it.
It did. I told you, you got your spice. You
Oh, I did?
Yes, you
I
got your
examined
spice.
I say, all's not lost, friends. We have spice.
I didn't find any horses in the immediate vicinity. We may have to continue on foot.
Mayhap. There's no point in trying to drag the wagon. We have a pig. We have spices. Anything else? Make it out.
I'm just holding onto the chicken.
Considering this we do
Young
not have that
chicken.
much to carry, it
Young
might
chicken.
be best to go without the cat.
Guys, should we head back to town? I don't want to be out here any longer. I'm just ready to get out of the woods.
Which way
if I'm
is
being
town?
honest. Which way is town? That is a great question.
We
Whatever
were on a
happened to
road
us out here may have befallen the people in the town. They might need our help.
Plus, this has been pretty rough.
Oh yeah, helping people in town. That's not what I was thinking, but that is a great idea. You
Do we know
know,
the way to... Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're fine.
Do we know the way to Arabelle?
Yes, you do. Arabelle is actually not very far away, just a few hours' journey
All right.
to the east.
Stick my spice in. Stick our spice in a backpack. See that the pig and the chicken are well taken care of, and whistle a tune and start walking to Arabelle, saying, "Are you coming?"
Can I actually use my rope to make like a leash for the pig? Just go like across it and...
Yeah, you could definitely do that. You don't even need to roll for that. You can make a leash for the pig with your rope. All right, so is it safe to assume everyone's in agreement? We're all heading to Arabelle, and the chicken has not been mentioned?
We are.
The chicken is just being held in
Yes, this
close.
is being held. I'm not saying anything else.
Yeah. Also, you'll see me like cradling this like kitten as like a baby.
Oh, and the kitten.
We're not gonna mention
Chicken.
that either. Yeah, chicken and kitten. Yep.
Chicken and kitten. All right. So we've already got pets for the first episode. Chicken and kitten. All right.
I do ask a question of the spellcasters. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I'd given up any thought of trying to track the beasts, the horses that we'd lost. But is there a possibility that there's some form of magic that could summon them back? I am not familiar with Dwarvencraft of that type, which is why I ask.
There is, but not something I can do right now or yet.
Same here, unfortunately. I'm not really sure if my spells would work anyway.
Just asking. It was a chance. Hopefully they'll show up in the town then.
So Bale, who exactly is your patron that grants your spells? Maybe that has something to do with the mystery.
The spells I couldn't cast come from my warlock background.
And who is it that invests you with that power? Out of curiosity.
So he looks down at a whip that he has at his side. It's a very nasty looking whip. It looks darker than black. Very strange looking whip. He says, "From that."
That is your patron?
Of a sort. I'm bonded with the thing.
Huh.
It's called Torment.
Neat.
It's bad for everyone.
I'll turn to Mako and I'll whisper. He doesn't really like to talk about it.
I can understand why. Anyway, let's go off to the town.
All right, so everybody's going to town. As you begin to make your journey, the storm, right as you're getting near town, within like just a few minutes as you're entering the gates, the storm itself begins to start up again with even more ferocity than before. The earth is shaking, you know, the wind is howling, and you know, as you're running into town, you've got your animals with you. Don't worry, your spices are safe. You know, Scoop is holding the spices, you know, making sure, leaning over so no rain gets to him. You know, Luca's got the pig, you know, with the leash, but he quickly grabbed it and put it in. And then you've got it's on that Sparrow. We got the cat. Sparrow has her cat, and we've also got, you know, Silhouette has got the chicken. So everybody's got their animals, and they're all running. And as you get into town, you know, the townspeople are running into the inn. This way, get out the storm, get out the storm. And as you do that, you run into this inn where all the townspeople are in to get outside, and you make your way into the actual inn. So hold on just 1 second, guys, as we move your pieces. Feel free to RP as you're getting into the inn from out of the storm.
Well, I'll take the brief moment to welcome my friend Rhonda Van, who Chris also knows, I think. Do you know Rhonda Van, Chris? No?
Rhonda? The name sounds familiar.
Tony Van's wife.
Oh!
Yeah, so Rhonda's here from Sega, old coworker and good friend of mine. So hi, Rhonda, and hi everybody else that is here. We've got a list, but I just wanted to give a shout out.
That is cool.
Are there any halflings in the inn?
There is. Let me just read something to you just a moment first, and then you can get to talking in the inn.
World's blowing up, and the first thing you think of
You
is
see this view.
I was not worried too much about your torment, Bale. Many of us have things we don't want to talk about.
What was that, Luca?
I was not worried about your torment. Many of us have things we don't wish to talk about.
There is a lot of suffering in this world. Not as much as the 9 hells, but plenty.
All right. So, we're about to get that shot for you. It's just coming up. He's transitioning now. In the doorway, winds howling madly at her back, is a raven-haired woman. She wears a black cloak and dark boots, breeches and tunic beneath, all whipped wildly by this storm. Some power, though, seems to be keeping the storm from sweeping in through the door behind her. Indeed, she seems to be clad in power. A blue-white star pendant hangs at her throat and her face. Her very eyes glow with the same unearthly radiance. Her hair moves gently in waves, this way and that, as if alive. It too glows. Her skin glows too, all down the open front of her tunic and through a tear in one leg of her breeches. The light she gives off is painfully bright, almost blinding. She looks around the room calmly, even boldly. Yet her eyes give the impression her thoughts are elsewhere, somewhere far more glorious than here. Suddenly, the radiance dies away. The lady's skin, the pendant, everything goes dark. She crumples to the floor without a sound. Behind her, the full fury of the storm crashes into the room. So you see this woman, and you should see her. I'll lay her down on the ground. Let's do it. Can you lay her down, JC? Here. So you'll see her, she's come in, and now this raven-haired woman in her black cloak got this mini especially painted just for y'all for this adventure. So painted appropriately, and there you go. What do y'all, and now it's up to y'all.
We'll go to her immediately. Probably a few of us will.
As the rest of the inn is like, oh, What's happened? Who is she? Oh, I hope she's okay, dearie. Oh, she looks like she might be hurt. Oh, can you believe what was that pendant? Oh, wait, look, someone's looking at her. All right, so who goes up to her? That's all the townspeople.
There's two people taking damage.
All right. I'll go down the list to make it easier. I call out names. Let's start with all right, Scoop, what do you want to do? Is the townspeople are oohing and ahhing. Oh God, look at that. She must be magical. She was glowing. All right, what do you want to do as you see this woman lying on the ground now?
Is the door still open to the outside?
Yes, it is.
I move to the door, shield bash it, and slam it shut so the storm doesn't get in. Stand nearby, I'll wedge it in the door as well.
All right, so you're pulling this door, and you're able to get it shut as the wind's trying to howl and pull it in, but you're just able to shut the door and get it down. So you've done that, and you've pushed past her and got to the door. Sparrow, what are you doing?
I think I would go buy a drink. Yeah, it's been an eventful night, so I think I will go buy a drink.
Okay, we'll get to that then in a second. We'll go have you talk to the innkeeper in just a moment. Bale, what do you want to do as everybody's gathered around this woman, this magical woman that was wearing a pendant and glowing blue and everything else with blinding light. Now she's on the ground unconscious.
So I know that Mako wants to basically check on her injuries. I want to kneel next to him and do a perception roll and just see if I can notice anything about her that seems out of the ordinary or that I can identify.
All right. So Mako, you're going to check on her injuries, you said?
That is correct.
Okay.
I got a 20, and I'm going to use I got a 20 and use my talisman as well. 21 total.
Well, you're definitely going to notice some things like that pendant, seems to be glowing and humming with energy and power, on her, as you look at her. It's almost, it's there's power with this woman, but you don't know what it is, but she's definitely out there. And Mako, I see your medicine roll. You take a look at her, and strangely enough, she's unconscious, but you don't notice any injuries on her body. It doesn't seem like, other than like that tear in the leg of her breeches, you really don't notice anything that would have caused her to go unconscious. No bruises, no blunt force damage or any injuries like that. She just seems to, just fallen unconscious. But it doesn't seem, you are able to determine, it doesn't seem like a natural unconscious because there's no reason. She just is. Sure.
The amulet that she bears, is that like, say, a holy symbol of Mistra, or is there a knowledge religion associated with that?
You want to know about the holy symbol? What it is?
If it's a holy symbol. I presume
Let's see. Let's see if it is. Let's see what it is. All right, go ahead and roll me a... Go ahead and roll me a religion check, please. Oh, you already did. No, 12. You are not able to tell. This is a pendant. You are able to tell, though. It is a religious pendant, but you've never seen anything like this pendant before or heard about it or even read about it in any of the teachings throughout the years. But you do recognize it, though, that it must be something religious by the general design of the pendant.
Hey, Bale, does this look familiar to you? I couldn't tell you.
Any rolls I should be making?
If you want to know about the pendant, go ahead and give me a religion roll.
Huh.
Maybe you met a priest in your travels or something, or get lucky. Roll high, very high. No. All right.
Not even.
No. You look at it and you can't even tell it's a religious pendant. It just looks like a pendant. But you don't look at it. Like, you lean over. You go to her and you lean over and you're like, hey, but you don't really notice anything. It's still just around her neck.
Let's take it
humming.
off her.
Who wants to take it off?
I would like to try to stop them from taking it off her.
I'll go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Hold on a second. Before we do that, before anybody picks anything up or casts another spell, let me ask Luca and Silhouette real quick, because someone said they were going to stop someone from picking it up. Was that Luca or Silhouette that said that?
That was me.
Okay. So who's going to pick it up?
Well, Bale was, but Luca's going to, I assume, reach out and try and stop him.
Okay. Yeah. So you allow then Luca to stop you, or are you going to try to contest that? Like, no, I want to touch it. I want to grab it.
Well, he'll just turn to Luca and he says, this might be why she's in the state she is. It's not right.
What Mako says is true. It's a holy pendant, and she just used it to protect everyone here. I think she's just tired.
You know what this is?
No clue, but I'm taking.
Roll a religion for me, Luca.
I don't know how good it'll be.
No. So you don't even recognize it as like. Only thing you know is like you and obviously Bale know from what Mako told you is that it is religious, but he didn't know who it was. But all you can tell is it's a basic religious pen. That's all y'all know.
Can I roll before I go get my drink? It seems like everybody's trying to figure out what this is.
Gotcha. All right. You wanna try to figure it out too? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let Silhouette. Let me real quick go to Silhouette because she want to let her go ahead and say what she wants to do. Silhouette, what would you like to do? Do you want to do anything?
Assuming everyone's kind of distracted with this main figure.
Well, yeah. A lot of people are distracted looking at this woman that's is glowing. It's very.
Is there any sort of like kind of like empty area of the tavern where there's like leftover food that people might have sort of just left as they ran away?
Oh yeah. There's people that left their food right on their tables right now. They got up from their tables to see this woman, that was glowing with blinding light and then fell to the ground. So there's a lot of food on the table there.
So I'm gonna run over to one of those tables and set the chicken down and kind of like usher it to eat whatever like is there.
All right, animal handling for me. Go ahead and roll above a 12 to see if the chicken likes you. And we'll listen. Oh, look at that. The chicken is getting close to you, Silhouette. So your chicken, it looks up at you and you kind of like, well, you describe how you get it to eat.
I don't actually.
You want me? I can do it. It's if you don't.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem. So you just kind of like, you go to the chicken. You kind of like, look around and make sure nobody's looking at you because you kind of don't want to be embarrassed. I mean, you're a stealthy kind of ninja type character. You're cool, but you kind of like make like pecking like motions like that towards the food, and the chicken kind of does the little things that birds do real quick, and then imitates it and starts eating the food. So your chicken is now getting healthier and gaining its strength back.
Yeah, if anyone notices me right now, they would notice that I'm looking at it very endearingly.
Everybody give me a perception roll to see if they notice her doing the chicken so we can all laugh at her. All right, give me a stealth roll real quick, Silhouette, to see if they would have noticed, to see let me see what your stealth is. All right, so anybody got above a 12 notices Silhouette doing her chicken dance.
I'm sort of I guess I'm distracted by the fact that it's such a cute chicken. I messed up.
Bella notices, but he doesn't say anything.
Luca doesn't laugh, just sort of look questioningly at first, and smile and shrug and go back to what everyone else is focusing on.
All right. So
When
I rolled the I'm sorry, I don't know who I just cut off. I rolled the 16 on my religion check.
All right. So you would have basically known the same thing that Mako knew. You know it's a religious pendant, but you can't tell who the pendant is from. And someone else was saying something as well?
Yeah, Bale would like to take out his symbol of Ilmater and hold it and do divine sense and try and sense a, I think Celestial is one of the 3, right? What's the 3? I know it's undead and fiends and what else?
I'm not looking at it right now.
Somebody want to help me here? I'm trying to find it.
I guess Celestial, Fey, Fiends, and then.
Okay, yep. Thank you. So Celestial, to see if she happens to be a Celestial.
All right. So go ahead. You use that?
Yeah, there's no roll involved. It just senses it. Yeah.
All right. Well, Celestial would be a god. So you can tell that, yes, this pendant is from a Celestial, a god type pendant. It glows with that powerful radiance. Does it tell you specifically that what it is, or just lets you know it's one of those 3?
Just that there's that. I think it's supposed to be for a creature, to be honest. But it just, because I'm sensing specifically, I think I have to target it, and I was looking for Celestial. Yes,
that's fine. We'll just roll with it like that. So
would it also sense my thing?
Sense what?
My character's backstory thing. That kind of is vague for a reason.
No, we will not have it. No, don't worry about that right now. And that divine sense, that is a magical spell there, I assume.
That is a paladin ability. I can use it 3 times before rest.
Okay, so we're good. Okay, all right. So you use that, and you're able to tell. Yes, this is definitely a celestial pendant.
I'll go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
It's definitely magical. Like, it glows. When you cast Detect Magic, it is the highest Detect Magic or radiance you've ever seen in your life.
Okay, I'll focus on the aura, and I'll determine what the school of magic is that it's been imbued with.
You don't require a roll in that. So you actually are able to determine that it's everything.
Ha! Interesting. I'll go ahead.
But wait a minute though. You cast Detect Magic, right?
Oh yeah, I did.
So D100. Let's see if it even works.
Everything is wild magic now.
No,
D100, babe. 39? All right. Spell functions normally, but magical energy is released around the caster, healing any injuries of any beings within 1 foot of the caster. Includes fatigue and fever, a bunch of stuff. So you just...
It includes her as well, because I'm within 1 foot of her.
Well, it doesn't here. She's still unconscious, but you just let out this healing aura, and some of the knights, you go to cast the Detect Magic, but it doesn't actually do the Detect Magic. Well, it does. It functions normally. But also, this white light radiates out of Mako that you all see, and it instantly just washes over the people that are within 1 foot of him, which is basically like most of the people in the party, because Sparrow hasn't gone off for her drink yet, and everybody is kind of healed from the knight's injuries from before because of that. Good roll, 39. All right. But you also notice, roll me a 1d12. Because now your second storm is hit. Okay. Outside, you can see in the window old brittle bones like just begin to rain down, and they do that for 2 rounds, all within like a 2-foot radius of this inn. Just bones raining down from the sky.
That's not right.
No.
Getting more and more concerned about that, Tom.
So I look around the inn. How many halflings are there?
You got 1, Looks like there's 2 halflings right now. Let's see. You got one upstairs, back there. You got one over here, and then one right there. Yep, and that's all the halflings. Then you got a cobbled right there. Should be able to see it. I just used the laser pen pointing them out. They'll get to you in a second. All right. So, let me get. Is there? And Bale, you already said what you were gonna do. Mako, that's what you're doing. Luca, is there anything else you want to do? Hello? Uh-oh.
I think I've done enough.
Okay. And Silhouette, is there anything you want to do? You're just hanging back right now? Chicken dancing?
If there's something that looks like relatively in okay shape, I might swipe like a thing of food somewhere.
All right. You're gonna try to swipe some food?
Yes.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Can I like roll against that and see if I see?
Ooh, yeah, you could roll against it.
Never mind.
I was waiting for you.
Roll against it, just can't beat it.
Doesn't matter.
You almost saw like space on camera. I imagine like, can I roll it? Yeah. It's like, let me just put those dice back in the bag. So, all right. So yeah, you are able to swipe a lot of food. Like some delicious brisket. Fatty, crispy brisket you're able to absorb. Unless you're vegan, which in that case you grab healthy vegan beans and stuff. And there you go.
Nah, I grab meat and stuff.
All right, so you got some brisket then, some fatty, crispy brisket. And it is good with peppercorn all over it. Yeah. All right. So, she is still on the floor. I think Sparrow was going to get a drink at this point, right?
Yes. Yeah,
So
I might as well buy a round for everybody. So
All right.
I will pay for a round of drinks.
All right, so this girl is still on the floor. People are coming up. You notice the innkeeper walks up. Hey, maybe I should put her in the room. I'm gonna bring her upstairs. Maybe she'll be all right by tomorrow. And hopefully this damn storm will pass. Can you believe it? It's just so much destroyed, so much damage around the town. Even the temple was destroyed by like a fallen star from the sky. I couldn't believe it, but I could tell you more about it. Let me get this young lass upstairs. I'll be careful with her. And he kind of scoops her down and he just like grabs her legs and everything and he begins.
Wait, before you do that, we need to decide whether or not to use this talisman.
Oh, you don't mean to rob this lassie, do you?
We might need to temporarily borrow the source of power that kept the storm at bay.
Friend innkeeper.
Yes.
Do you know this woman?
No, I can't say I've seen her before, but I'm not in the type of mood to be taking, jewelry off a young lass that's fallen on me floor, glowing or not.
Oh. More than likely, she saved everyone here. I was just curious as to whether or not you knew who she was.
No, I can't say I do there. Sorry if I came off a little bit.
Does anyone in this inn know who this woman is?
Does anybody here know her? No, I can't say I do. Not me. No.
Tony, I'm going to use my tiefling ability of detect thoughts, and I'm going to scan the room. It does very surface level, but to see if I sense any deceit or fear or anything along those lines, it would make it sound like maybe they know. I'm just going to kind of look across the room.
Okay, yeah, your detect thoughts, all you really get is a sense of awe and wonder mixed with fear, which pretty much would be natural from what this girl did coming in the room, with the storm and everything else glowing blue. So they're happy, obviously, she's not dangerous, but they're still afraid of what's going on. That's the general sense you when you get, like, because now I guess you're Deanna Troi from Next Generation.
Question, actually, while he's using Detect Thoughts, would you want to direct that at her and like try to probe deeper into mind her to see who she is?
Yeah, it's an excellent idea. So I know she's unconscious. Does that work on someone who's unconscious?
Like you can probe deeper for more information, I think.
Yeah, but just I didn't think about it because she's unconscious. But I guess that Tony question.
You're being blocked. There's something just blocking from her. Maybe it's the talisman, maybe it's her, but her thoughts, for some reason, everybody else in the room, but hers are being, you just can't seem to pick up on. You don't get a sense of bad or good, just kind of blank.
This woman's an enigma wrapped in a mystery.
Why don't we let the young girl rest? It's not like she's not going to wake up. Just let her rest, and we can talk to her another time.
When she wakes up,
Someone should stay with her.
And let's not steal from her when she's unconscious, Mako?
We're not going to steal from her. We're going to temporarily borrow her protective
Without
device.
her permission.
Wait, I
You also
don't.
plan to use something that you don't understand?
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
if you touch this thing and...
I'm excited.
Oh, Jesus.
We should not take anything from the young girl.
leave her be. It's
How
her.
about
Doesn't done anything to us.
how about you make the atmosphere a little bit lighter in here, Mako? Play some music.
I suppose I should. Let me see. I'll get out my loot. I guess I'll do a performance check.
Yeah, do a performance check. Bam! You are a hit. You're on fire, man. All right, so Mako gets up there and he begins to play a song, and the crowd begins to kind of go back to their seats, because this woman's being picked up and she's slowly being brought upstairs. But y'all stop the innkeeper. He's holding her. Look, I've got to bring her upstairs. Is that right? He's probably cold. Are you finished looking at her or doing whatever you're gonna do? I already feel kind of uncomfortable just letting her, like when you're being probed when she's not able to stop you.
I agree, innkeeper. I agree, but someone needs to be up there with her.
All right.
We can check on her. We can check on her throughout the night. I guess we're staying here, so
Everybody sing along.
just take her. Go.
So Sarah PBS says, "Shake her awake."
Oh, that's my friend Brad. I've known him for almost 30 years.
Ah, hey, Brad.
That's one of my best friends in life. All right, shake her. Well, is there anything y'all want to do? So have y'all gone upstairs with her, or are y'all trying to still stop the innkeeper before she goes upstairs with the pendant?
I'm fine with her going up to a room. We just have to have one or two of us sitting with her.
All right, let's get consensus here. I'm gonna go down the line, ask everybody what they want to do. Scoop, what do you want to do? As the innkeeper is saying, I don't know about taking that pendant. I don't feel comfortable. I think we should just bring her upstairs and let her rest and see how she is. She looks like she's been through a lot.
Yes, I believe she just saved us all. I'm perfectly fine with you taking her up to a room and putting her to rest. And no, I'm not going to touch her pendant.
All right. Sparrow, how do you... Oh, you're going to get a drink, so you're not there.
Yeah, I'm literally just waiting for my alcohol.
I'm just setting up, making sure the door's secure, and looking around the room. Probably grab a drink eventually.
Who's that?
Scoots.
Okay, Scoop. All right, so that's what you're doing then? Okay, so you're making sure the door's secure. All right. Bale, what are you doing as the innkeeper, as the carrying and about to go upstairs and bring her upstairs onto a bed?
Luca, you want to join me? I think we should go up there with her, make sure she's all right.
I was going to help carry her.
All right. So, go ahead.
All right then.
All right. So you're up there, Luca. You're going up there with Bale.
Yep. Helping get her up to her room, safe and sound,
Got it.
without removing the pendant.
All right. So that leaves now just Silhouette. Were you,
go-
you're still? Are you still over there eating?
No, I will be back with the group now with the chicken in my arms, and I'm gonna follow the paladin.
Okay. So it's Luca, Bale, and Silhouette are going upstairs. But before this, Mako, do you want to go ahead and get the pendant that protected them from the storm?
Nope, the party has thoroughly distracted me by having me perform for everyone else.
All right. So Mako is busy getting adoration. And as Mako is performing, the crowd is now gathered around because with such a high roll, and they're throwing roses and stuff at him. Girls are swooning, falling over like this, but their hands to their head and falling over. So it's a heck of a performance as he's giving out. A little bit of money's even being tossed at you. Give yourself 5 more gold pieces.
I'll take it.
All right. So she goes, Luca and all y'all go upstairs. Let me put you all up there. And she is resting. And now, Sparrow, you are by the innkeeper. And what do you want to drink? I brought her upstairs now. She should be okay. What do you want to drink there? We got ale. Oh, go ahead.
No, go. Tell me what do you have here? Do you say?
Well, we've got ale. We've got all sorts of goose feather rum. We've got some good old-fashioned wine. Got white wine, red wine. Whatever you want to be wanting. Which I suggest highly. Our ale is known as some of the best in the land. The Arabelle ale. That's what they say. Would you like some of that?
I'm not really a ale drinker, so I think I will have some of your red wine, and I'll take one for my friend. And I'm gonna turn back to Mako, and I'm gonna yell across the bar if he can hear me, and I'm gonna ask him if he wants to drink.
Oh, sorry, I'm too in the zone.
He's busy getting flowers thrown at him, man. He rolled a 26. He's getting crazy love right now. Everybody thinks he's the man. All right.
Then I'm gonna look back to see who else is still down here, and I'm gonna look to Scoop. I don't think Scoop went upstairs, and I'm gonna ask him if he wants to drink because I don't want to drink by myself.
Yes,
There's
Scoop
no
did go
cause
there.
for that. I'll step up to the bar as well and say, we'll take 2 glasses of your best, and I'll buy a round for everyone in the room.
Aha! Cheer goes up around. You see, like the old drunk by the fireplace. You're the best.
All in celebration of our dear friend. Here's a toast to Mako.
Yay! And you
Golden
see
tongued little fellow that he is. I should thank you for bringing a bit of joy to you in this miserable shite weather.
Huzzah! So they're all happy and cheering, and the music's playing. And
How much did you buy a round for the bar?
for the bar.
Yeah, like I'm buying a round for everyone.
All right, so now you're buying a round 2. So now 2 rounds are bought.
No, I'm asking how much was it?
Oh, how much for buy the round? Oh, for the buyer thing, give me 3 gold pieces to buy everybody in the bar or something.
3?
And how much?
Shit, I'll buy 3 then. I'll buy 3 rounds for everyone.
Oh man, I should have charged more. You got me. I wasn't looking in the book. All right, well you get.
Us gold.
You got.
How much was it for the wine? I'll take
For
2
the
glasses
wine?
of yeah.
That was just one. Let's say 2 copper pieces. cheap.
Are you paying for that? Because I said I was.
No, if he's paying for it, I would rather keep my money. Thanks. You know what? You're an okay guy. You know. Thanks for buying my drink. And I'm gonna take my 2 glasses and I'm just gonna be like throwing them back. And I'm gonna walk over to Mako and if I'm not drunk, I'm just gonna start dancing. You know, pull somebody in and just start dancing.
All right, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check to see how well you dance. And then also everybody a perception check to see how well she dances. So if she's really terrible, we can all laugh at her.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a bardic inspiration die, so she gets that +1 to that.
Oh, wow, yeah, she is dancing good dance. She rolled an 18 plus the bardic inspiration.
Yeah, 21.
Woo, she is, man. All right, so Mace gets up there next to Mako, and it's just, He's dabbing. I can't dab right because I'm old, 45, so, you know, I do 45-year-old dad dab. You just saw it. But you are just dancing, going off. The crowd is cheering even more. And now they're really happy because they're drunk, because they've all been bought alcohol. They're happy because they got this great performance going on of you and of Mako and not Space, Mako and Sparrow dancing up there. All right. Oh, so you got that.
I'm gonna turn to I'm gonna turn to Mako and I'm gonna say, wow, I didn't know you could play as good as you did. You certainly didn't look like you could play, but you're really good.
Actually,
I have my days.
when I come back down from helping her up, can I actually join in playing with Mako?
Who is that, Luca?
Yeah,
All right.
because I have instrument proficiency as well.
You have an instrument you can play?
Yeah.
Give me a performance check if you want to play, and hope it doesn't roll low so you don't ruin his poor performance.
Can you give me bardic inspiration for this?
Inspiration dice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would prefer to play
Don't think even the bardic inspiration is gonna help.
it. 14.
Okay, that's not terrible, but
It's not terrible. I can do a good backdrop.
yeah, you come in.
You're awesome. That was great. Keep it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, you're good. You're coming in, and luckily, you know, it's not. Obviously, you know, Mako's an expert. He's a bard, and you know, Sparrow apparently just got the moves because of the air Gensi. She's so light on her feet, she can moonwalk for real. You know, so. You know, but you come in and you're still able to hold your pace and you kind of do a background thing. And yeah, it adds to the performance and people are still cheering and they're throwing more money. Everybody gets another 2 gold pieces. I'm throwing money at you. Here you go. You're getting paid. And they're just loving it as you're dancing and singing and playing all the instruments. All right.
Tony?
Yes.
So he's by himself in the room now, so he's sitting in a chair opposite.
I would have followed.
Oh, I thought you said you went downstairs.
No, I followed.
I went downstairs. So that's different.
So you come up.
Yeah, I followed you.
Okay, cool. So I say to you, so it only takes 3 rounds of drinks to forget their bones are falling from the sky, huh?
It is quite loud down there.
Not wrong.
The weather that we're having. And I'm saying this like all serious, like maybe the light from the hallway is kind of trailing in. And while all this serious talk is happening, I'm just like petting the chicken.
You're just what? I'm sorry, you cut out right there.
Petting the chicken.
Man, we gotta give that chicken a name. We're going to next stream. We'll have a name for that chicken.
How about crispy?
I'll workshop it.
How about crispy?
Crispy.
No! Protect the chicken.
So Bill's going to turn towards Luca, and he says,
Oh, Luca
This
went
is it.
downstairs.
No, Luca went downstairs. Sparrow's still
"Oh,
upstairs.
oh,
Not Sparrow. I'm Silhouette. So.
So okay, so I'm talking to Silhouette. Sorry, I'm getting confused a little bit. So he says, Silhouette, something I have to try.
What do you
Lot of
do
it.
with this?
A lot of information can be gleaned from this medallion if we do it right. But the way spells are going now. Anyway, if something happens, just be ready.
Well,
and he's going to open up his book again and cast Identify from it as a ritual. And he's trying to cast it on the talisman. And I will roll my 100. 50.
All right, that is. All right, shimmering colors. As you cast your Identify spell, it doesn't work. But this is what happens. Shimmering colors dance and play in a nimbus around you. You're blinded, and so are all creatures within 2 feet for 1 to 4 rounds. So that would mean, you're talking the silhouette up there. Now silhouette with both of you are blinded. Both of you roll 1d4. And see how many rounds you're both blinded for. Each person roll a 1d4 separately. All right, so Silhouette, you're 2, and Cutter, but Bale, you are 4. So y'all are blinded as this shimmering colors just come out instead, but the spell itself does not work.
Yes. I need darker glasses.
All right. So, now...
Light show. Yeah.
I'm trying to find any sort of shadow, but I'm assuming I can't because everything's probably dark. So I'm like,
yeah, you're blinded. You're blinded right now.
I'm gonna turn. If I see Luca coming back downstairs, I'm gonna turn to them and I'm gonna say, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" While I'm still dancing, can I roll to see if I'm drunk?
First of all, I want to let Silhouette know that her chicken is not blinded. So the chicken's okay. Don't worry. You still have hold of your chicken.
I'm so happy about this.
Yes, you still have hold of your chicken. The chicken is safe and secure. All right. Now, on to Sparrow. Roll for drunkenness. Let's see. Roll me a straight con check. If you score 10 or below... Okay, you're not drunk yet.
Can I get drunk?
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna just go. Yeah, I'm gonna look to Scoot. Can you find more rounds?
Well, is everybody drinking? Because then if everybody's going to drink with these rounds, then we'll all start doing con checks to see who's drunk or not. Once you start...
I just wanted to get into the spirit of things and calm down a bit. The room looked a bit nervous, but I'll spot you. You want to get right ripped up.
I kind of want to forget everything that happened.
Say no more. Oi, barkeep. See the young lady here, the blue one.
Oh, yeah.
Wants, just give it to her.
Of course I will. Just hold on a second there. And he goes and
Good man.
goes
How
in.
about it, Sparrow? Now go check the window. Is it still raining bones?
No, the bones are now gone. They were only for a few rounds, about 3 rounds, and then they disappeared and they stopped. But the bones themselves are scattered on the ground outside surrounding the inn. So it's a very peculiar you can see people walking by, the town itself is already, normally this would be something that the entire town came to, but after the storm and, a star from the sky just falling and destroying the temple here in town that you heard someone said when you came in, and all this other stuff, this is almost like becoming par for the course. So people are looking at it, but they're walking by as they see it.
Oh, you said that they're walking by, so outside?
Oh, well, the windows, they're no longer in the tavern, they're not staring out the windows looking.
Oh, I just wanted to know if the storm had stopped.
No, the storm is still going on right now because y'all, outside.
I'll nurse my beer and keep an eye on stuff and make sure the people are at least happy and calm.
The tavern keeper turns to you and says, "Well, have you heard the news there recently? Out there in Dagger Falls?"
No, friends. We have been on the road and we got caught in the storm. Our carts and our horses are lost, and we are out of sorts, so to speak. So we got to this town hoping for safety, and then finding that distress is here as well. Pray enlighten me if you could.
You are
Any
caught out.
illumination you could provide would be appreciated.
Caught out there in the storm, were you? Well, not surprised. I've heard it was terrible out there with the hail and everything. How much did you lose?
Sorry. Better question. How much did we have left?
That's true. How much do you have left? Perhaps I might be interested in making a purchase.
I hold up a bag of spice, somewhat damp. And I say, I think I would hazard to guess that the animals are not for sale anymore.
Well, we're interested in. Oh, if you have any livestock, we could definitely use
I
that.
would hazard to say that it's not worth your life to try to take that.
I would like to say Luca probably abandoned the pig as soon as the woman collapsed, so there's just a pig walking around the tavern. That's ours.
All right, is that your pig? You
That
came
is
in
our
with the pig.
Oh, so Luca's not attached to the pig? I thought you were like taking care of it and stuff. No?
Like, I had a leash on it, yeah,
It's
but...
for sale. What do you want? Make us an offer.
We definitely could use some livestock on here. It's been ages since I had me some bacon. Lord, I could cure it after I'd insult it. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 10 gold pieces for that pig.
Done. And everyone
Aye.
knows pork is a sweet meat.
He snaps his fingers. Hey, Brittany! I couldn't think of a good name real quick. Brittany, come and get this pig and bring her back. And don't worry, I'll be back for her in a second to slaughter it. Don't worry, just bring her and put her in a cage in the back. We're gonna have us some bacon and some ribs, girl.
Wait, when he says that, when he says he's gonna slaughter the pig, you just see Sparrow just like start crying, like no.
Very well, Wilbur. You're going to a better place.
The pig. Oh my god.
That was some pig.
That's messed up.
Oh, it's okay,
Charlotte.
Sparrow. It's okay. That's the natural way.
The animals. I just. Oh my gosh. Okay, but where's my alcohol though?
Oh, do you want another? Are you getting another drink?
I'm trying to get drunk. I'm trying to forget everything.
All right, roll
And
me
I'm
another.
kind-
Roll me.
And I
Concheck.
also.
Tell you what. Innkeep. Hold. Oh, hang on.
Wait. Sparrow said she's getting drunk. So first, let's do Sparrow's drunk thing. Sparrow, roll another con check for me. Darn, Sparrow.
14. I just can't get. You know what? Just leave the bottle. Okay? Just leave the bottle.
All right,
I'm just like looking at Luca, and I'm like, I know for certain. I know you from somewhere. And then I'm gonna look to Scoop, and I'm gonna say, "Why did you sell the pig? Now we're gonna kill it." And I'm like crying.
Oh.
You're sorry for the pig? You know, we planned to sell it from day one, right?
But I got so attached to it while we were on the road. I even called it up.
Come on.
I called it Bernie. Bernie the
Not
pig.
like it's a chicken or anything. Come on.
The chicken.
I mean, and then I looked to my cat. I looked to my kitten, and I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. Where is the chicken, by the way?
I assume still under Silhouette's arm.
Yeah, I'm sitting with Bale, just kind of cutting the chicken.
I was just going to
Are
tell
they-
the innkeeper to keep the 10 gold and just keep the taps running until the gold runs out.
Ah, huzzah! A cheer goes up around the room as everybody gets more drink and space. Just keep rolling con checks. You're officially drunk. I'll just say you're drunk. You rolled enough. We'll say you did con checks until you got drunk and you failed. So you are now officially drunk on this inside the tavern while you're dancing. So you're literally a cliche drunk person in the club dancing. Oh,
Yeah,
wait a
I'm
minute.
just like-
Roll me another acrobatics though with disadvantage and -2. So let's see if you
Plus
you-
bardic inspiration dice.
see if you can still dance. All right, well, you're still dancing good though. Apparently you are a good drunk dancer. Who knew? So yeah, you're able to jam, and you're jamming. Oh, wait a minute. No, I said
Oh,
disadvantage.
yeah. I have
Yeah.
a
So
7.
actually, no. Sorry, you are not dancing well. You have You want to describe your poor dancing ability, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'm just like, after I feel like the alcohol just, take over my body, I'm just like, I'm trying to dance, but I have so many thoughts in my head that I just like, literally, I'm just like moving my shoulders, but I'm like crying. I'm like sobbing. And everybody, yeah, everybody's just, everybody's looking at me like, oh, what the hell just happened?
Awkward.
And I'm like looking at Luca and I'm looking away and I'm just like, and I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna go try to find Belle. So I'm gonna like drunkenly make my way up the steps.
All right. So you're heading up there towards Bale. All right.
Can I get the innkeeper's attention?
Hey, what can I do for you? Oh, yeah, you said you wanted to hear a story.
Yeah, you were about to share news.
Ah, yes. There's information about... Let me actually tell you about what's going on in Mole Master. Have you heard about that place recently? Oh, I tell you. Yeah, not too long ago. What was it here? Let me think. If I'm trying to remember it. Oh, yes, it was a riot had erupted in Mole Master, as the city crossbowmen and wizards have fired on some rebellious citizens. Did you hear about this? No? Yes? Did you hear?
No, friend. This is almost...
Oh, okay. Well, Mole Master is right across, the Moon Sea to the east here. Crazy people. But anyway, the cause of the riot, was apparently some kind of indiscretion by a member of the Thavian delegation. A red wizard in the service of Thracanes or some Thay, who is also, the bride of the High Blade, Selfie Unaptoful. Everybody knows that, but, that's other news. The growing resentments, of course, against these red wizards, I think, is what caused the Thavian, and they soon grew up to a mob scene as the offending wizard was emulated. Other natives of the former Temple of Joaquin, was an attempt was made to burn the house built of gold by them. Loka fears that the temple will be turned over to the Thavian for use by the dark elemental gods. Of course, during the attempt, which was really sad, city forces backed by both the cloaks and the red wizards defended the building, setting off fireballs all amongst the crowd. Damage was heavy. Of course, I heard throughout the area from a guy who had come from there. And, between 100 and 1,000, Mortal Masters, he couldn't be sure, died, their blood, staining the snow. Several cloaks and red wizards also perished. Full curfew in effect. Crazy stuff, man. I tell you. Obviously, stay away from Mole Master.
Thanks for the warning, friend.
Not a problem. I have lots of good news. If you ever want to hear more rumors or tales about Faerun, I get all sorts that come through here, and they tell me all sorts of tales. Some true, some not, but all entertaining. Of course, what?
You're a barkeep. People always talk to you. I have a question, though. Do you have any idea what's causing this? And I point out the window.
Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. I've lived here in Arabelle all my life, and I've never seen anything like this before. I don't think anybody has in all of Faerun. Earthquakes, the storm, the earth shaking, the sky falling, lightning, tornadoes, And as he's saying this, the storm is starting to subside a little bit now, a little bit, but it's still rough out there with the rain and the hail. But I've never seen anything like it in me life. Maybe it has something to do with that girl. I don't know, but hopefully she'll be all right and wake up soon. It did seem like when she came in, the very wind itself and rain couldn't get past the door, like she was somehow blocking it with her powers. I don't know. I'm no mad wizard or anything like that. I just serve the drinks.
Bless the gods for the drippings.
Maybe it is the gods. Who knows? Maybe they're angry. Maybe it's the end for us. Can't really say.
No. We get that news every few years.
There's already something around Faerun. You're right about that. A dragon here, evil wizard there, undead army over there. Always something trying to kill all of us and take everything for itself. But we always come through. We're tough folk here.
If he has no information, I'll just go back to keeping an eye on the bar. and looking out for my companions to make sure that nothing untoward happens to them while they're playing or drinking.
He spits in his cup. Have a good evening. If you need more drinks, let me know. Your gold is always welcome.
I nod to him and give him a salute.
All right. So
Just waiting for the woman to wake up, basically.
All right. So she is still unconscious upstairs. So at this point, let me ask everybody what they want to do. I know what you just did there. Sparrow, I know what you're doing. You're drunk upstairs right now with Bale. Bale, is there anything else you want to do while you're up there when Sparrow came up and you were also talking to Silhouette up there? Because you're now no longer blinded. I think you're muted, Bale.
Sorry about that. So he says, so did I get right that Sparrow comes up?
What did you say?
Did I hear right that Sparrow came up? You just said?
No. Yeah, well, you're no longer blind. It's
Right,
over.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's just contemplating now, just everything that's happened to see if something pops into his head. But otherwise, he's really waiting for this woman to wake up to hopefully get some real information.
Okay.
I'd like to say something if I can.
Sure. Go ahead.
So in the middle of the silence where the two of them are just sitting in the room, all of a sudden, Silhouette, while petting, looks up and says, living creatures, they need names, right?
They deserve names, yes.
Then I hold up the chicken and say, this thing, it's called a chicken. Would I call it chicken?
Seems as good a name as any. It's accurate.
I kind of look down at the chicken and pet it. Chicken.
I like it.
That's his name?
Yes.
Chicken. You know, Sam Sarah, if he's still in the room, I can't see Twitch right now. I'm looking at chat. But years ago, he had a dog, and I think he named it Dog. that was the dog. His name, Dog. I was like, Brad, what's his name? Dog. I was like, oh, okay. That's pretty easy.
That's so late.
I chose my own name.
Tell me about yourself, Silhouette. We've been traveling for a while. I only know that you like to stay in the shadows a lot. Name's fitting.
I wasn't born to parrots, or at least I don't know about them. But I prefer the darkness. It calms me.
You don't want to share more?
Rather than saying something, I'm just going to go back to petting the chicken.
Not much of a breakthrough.
And at that moment, you hear a very clumsy drunken. I don't know how a drunken knock would be, but I'm like knocking on the door, but like I'm drunk, so it's probably like pounding on the door.
What's going on in there? Baby.
Hey, open up. Bell, Blue, what's the other? Silhouette, chicken, somebody, open the door.
The door's open, Sparrow.
Oh, is it? My bad. And then I'm gonna push your door open.
All right, so Sparrow, you come busting in the door, drunk, reeking of the boon.
I would like to believe I'm like so drunk that I like tumble forward. Like I didn't even push the door open. I just like leaned against it and it just opened and I fell.
All right, con check to see if you puke.
Can I use my speed to catch her?
Yes, but then okay, she's puking. Now you'll need, since you go to catch her, do an acrobatics to see if you can dodge the puke but still grab her. Beat above a 14 to dodge the puke.
Matrix puke.
Okay, so Sparrow comes in, goes puking drunk, and Luca, Silhouette goes to catch Sparrow, and luckily you're so dexterous that you're just able to grab her kind of like this in such a way, and grab her neck like that, and stop her from falling. But she's still puking, and the puke is still coming out of her mouth, and it's going all over the floor. It does not.
I guess I'll hold her hair because I'm not a jerk.
Yeah. I'll be like, in between, I'll be like, thank you. And then I'm just all over the floor.
Side note, it does not smell good. All right. Give me because midnight begins to stir. Give me an Arcana check, real quick. Everyone in the room, because she begins to stir, and you get a sense of the powers in the room again.
If at some point you want to hear it, I do have a bit of a song prepared for this.
All right. Let me go down. I'll go down the list then. Let me tell them what happens really quick. Sparrow, you get the sense the power it's staying within her, that she might be it's not dissipating as fast as the storm. Although the storm is pretty much gone outside now, that glowing and that power that was within her is still there. So she might be unconscious. It could be anywhere from a few hours to maybe even a few days. You get that feeling. The power is kind of giving you an inclination that it's not dissipating as quick as everything else.
Space and I each got a 20 and 21.
Oh, well, then you get that feeling too, that for some reason it doesn't seem to be dissipating as fast as what was going on outside. The same with the amulet. It's just staying that pulsating, that glow is pulsating. It seems to be keeping her in this unconscious state.
Would Belle and I remember something from our past like this ever happening?
I know this is something that's never happened before in the history of Faerun, so no, you would not know.
I don't feel good.
Reminds me of the old days, Sparrow.
I know. I used to tavern crawl all the time. I'm getting too old for this.
Endless entertainment. And for the record, I didn't mind the smell too much
drink.
either.
Oh, Silhouette, I forgot you were here. You scared the crap out of me. Yeah. Oh, man. I can't get drunk like this again. Maybe just a little
This
bit.
is your idea of fun?
No, you kind of missed the dance downstairs. Mako turns out
Too loud.
Really, yes, but he's also very good at playing that instrument of his.
Unnecessary.
Mako brings the party.
It was so good. They were throwing goat at me. But I see that you enjoyed the quietness and chicken. Did you name it?
It took two of us, but we came up with a good name. Silhouette.
Chicken.
You named your chicken. Yeah,
Yes.
I think I'm gonna be sick again.
All right, give me another another acrobatic, Silhouette. Beat that 14 every time she pukes. Oh, just barely. All right, once again, you're able to pull your hand out of the way because you had it kind of holding up her hair, and you just pull it, and you could feel the air rush by with the puke just going by, but luckily it does not hit your hand. But again, it is not smelling good. You know what? For the heck of it, let's have some fun. Silhouette, give me a con check to see if you puke from the smell.
Well, I also get that.
Oh
big
god, and
acrobatics
she's
check.
wearing the mask.
Okay, so no, you do not puke from the smell. The mask probably kept the smell away. So luckily, Silhouette, you're holding it. You could smell it, but you're just resisting. And of course, Bale is far enough away that he doesn't really, because he's not right up holding her hair, so he doesn't have to smell it as bad. All right, so now, go ahead.
That innkeeper is gonna be very upset with me.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna be.
I'm willing to.
I think I need to lay down, and I'm just gonna like crawl away from the puke, and I'm just gonna lay there in the corner.
Where was the bard again?
That was about to go. So now
Bale will come over to her and have a wet washcloth and just kind of dab around her mouth. And he says, 30 years in hell, I smelled worse than this.
Oh, I miss you so much, buddy. And then I'm gonna pass out.
Okay, he kind of cradles her head and lets her sleep.
Oh, all right. So that's
we're babysitting too now.
pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. You're just lucky you don't have puke on you, Silhouette. You should be happy. You got 2 good rolls. I mean, your life is good.
I'm just looking at the mess and trying to get the chicken to not go towards it.
Oh, wait a minute. The chicken, roll animal handling, see if the chicken starts pecking the puke.
Oh, can I do one for the kitten too?
Yeah, kitten roll too.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, the chickens, both of them go to eat the puke.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
What is
I
happening
want
in
to
the
catch
stream?
them. I want to catch them.
What happened
Like,
to this stream?
I want to catch them before they get there.
You want to
Please.
catch them? All right.
Yeah.
Give an acrobatics at -4. Both y'all got B14 to catch your animals as they're running for the food.
Oh, I'm asleep. The cat just is doing whatever.
Yeah. So Space, you're already knocked out. But Silhouette, you just got to 14, so you're able to stop yours. But the kitten is lapping up the puke.
Ah!
This stream has gotten
I'm just
really.
gonna pull my chicken away. I'm just gonna pull the chicken away. Like, get away from that.
So we're gonna go. Let me see what everybody else is doing now. So as you got your chicken holding back. Silhouette's holding her chicken. Sparrow's laying on the ground, was puking halfway to death, and Bale is over there helping him out. And of course, Scoop just got a nice long story, some of what's going on in the world news of Faerun. And now, Mako, what are you doing?
All right, so you ready for my song?
Go for it.
All right, let's do this. First we drink for the merry maids whose time we'll gladly spend, and twice we'll drink for the farming hands whose work will never end, and third we drink for the boss's boss who's bringing us our pay, and fourth we drink for the water lass who lives beneath the bay. Hey, way beneath the bay, her songs and highs are binding. There's fates more kind than beneath that brine, so stay we drinking lonely.
Aha! And the whole crowd goes up cheering. Ah! That's a great bard, Dad! Yeah, he's great! Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be a bard like that!
Yeah, you do.
And they throw.
The kids at the tavern.
What'd you say?
I was just like, why are the kids?
Well, they were getting out of the store. That's why you got kids in the bar. They're getting out of the store. So now, Mako, you're singing your song. The crowd is still cheering. People are getting drunk. The innkeeper's happy. People are dancing. And now, Luca, what are you doing?
Luca is relaxing. Finally able to, after being out in the storm and trying to keep the party from robbing the unconscious woman. Luca is just sitting in the back corner of the tavern, just... a long day.
All right. So you're just relaxing, drinking, enjoying life. No problem with that. All right. So everybody is doing their thing. The storm has dissipated outside, and we're going to say that the night has passed. That Space, you spent your time there. Luca, you enjoyed your time in the tavern. Maybe you fell asleep in your seat. The bard enjoyed playing a night full of tunes and made some money. Give yourself 10 gold pieces, bard, for the time that you've been playing in the bar, making money, because you're high rolls. That's why you got money. So you did a great job. And so now the night has passed, and we'll start here in the room of midnight. Well, it's not midnight now. I'm sorry. We're going to start. It's the next morning. And you're in there, and this girl is still unconscious. So the three people in the room, I believe, are Bale, Sparrow, and Silhouette. So we'll start with them again, and then we'll get back to everybody else. So what are y'all doing in that room now that she's still
I went to
unconscious?
meditating.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
just silently meditating.
silently meditating. All right.
Bale's going to put his hand on Sparrow's head and expend 5 hit points of lay on hands and cure disease, which I'm assuming can also cure her hangover.
Oh my god, I'm never doing that again. I'm like dry heaving.
No, you missed it. You wake up feeling fine because he's my cure disease.
But the question is, does she deserve to not have the hangover?
That's true. But he
That's
says,
the question.
Tony, what do you mean? I deserve everything.
but he says as a follow-up, because just like old times.
Yeah, you can say that. Thank you. I feel a lot better. What happened when I passed out?
You probably don't want to know, but I'll tell you that woman's not going to wake up for quite a while. We should tell the others.
Oh, I kind of felt that. Even in my drunken state, I kind of felt the same.
Yeah, it was strange. You were fall down drunk, but somehow you looked over and you noticed that.
I think it was a moment of clarity.
The drunkenness gave you insight.
It did, yeah. I for a moment, I just looked at her and something felt so different, I guess you can say.
Well, I say let's go down. Silhouette, you want to join us?
I stand up.
And bring your, I'm sorry, what did you name your chicken again?
Chicken.
Ah, yes. Bring your chicken named Chicken, and we'll go tell the others.
All right, so we go down.
Can I have trained the chicken to sit on my head?
Can you what?
Can I have trained the chicken to sit on my head?
Animal handling, if you want to try that, please.
Damn.
Got there?
That's 11. Not good at all.
No, the chicken does not want to sit on your
Radio
head.
ads.
It likes you, and you were able to convince it not to eat the puke and catch it before it did. But maybe that's just a bridge too far at this juncture. Have it sit on your head and, like a nest.
I just keep holding it.
But I look forward to the high roll when you achieve it. At this point, then, since I know that those three people are heading downstairs and they're walking in there, you're down now in the center of the tavern again. What is Mako, Luca, and Scoop doing down there?
I'm sleeping in the corner, my boots propped up on a stool.
Right.
Luca is similarly sleeping in his chair.
All right.
I'll grab a chair in the corner and sleep there. Just lean back against it and throw my cloak over my chest.
All right. So you hear all around the bar, people are talking about, the tavern, the storm that happened last night, and how the town is, wrecked, and they hope another one, pray to the gods that another one doesn't occur. And, there seems to be a lot of damage around town. People are talking about houses that have been knocked down. Some people have been injured. There's reports that magic is acting crazy, and when people try to cast it. So, just a whole bunch of chitter chatter all around this tavern about how this town has been struck. And again, you also hear about how a falling star had hit the temple, and that's destroyed it. So, and the countryside, people say farms are destroyed, and underground cave-ins have occurred. So it's all over the place. Mountains, landslides, everything just totally being destroyed and being damaged by all this great destruction that's occurred within the last 2 days.
So I'll wake up after a long rest and go look for my party. Where's everyone?
Well, everyone is in. I know the 3 people upstairs are in the center of the tavern because they came downstairs, and everybody else you said is in the corner. So.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Anything fun happen with the lady?
She's going to be
Loads
sleeping
of
for a
nothing.
while. Sorry, Silhouette. Go ahead, Silhouette.
I said loads of nothing.
Looks like that woman's going to be sleeping for quite a while. That magic has a long-term effect.
I think we should check out that falling star at the temple. That sounds neat. There might be something there. What do you think?
I would agree. Anywhere to get some information. Duncan, Scoop, Luca, you up?
I think
Well,
there's
then look-
something over there.
Oh, so the pig. We'll split
Bernie,
the-
you just hear Sparrow calling for the pig, and then she's like, because she was drunk and she forgot that Scoop has sold the pig. She's gonna look at Scoop. So where's Bernie? You know.
Oh, you named it Bernie. I thought it was Wilbur.
No.
Wilbur, have you had your breakfast yet?
No, I have not.
I did.
Is it anything good? Are they serving anything good?
Maybe you should not have breakfast. Or only the eggs.
It's a little burnt.
So, temple, star.
That is so
fallen.
cold, man.
Sounds like a,
It's so.
sounds like a capital idea.
Who was the person that said maybe you should not have breakfast? Who said that?
That's me.
That was so wrong, man. That was so wrong, dude.
Well, before we head out there, I just have something I want to inspire you all with. You see, ever since I've been a young boy, and I'll go on for about 10 more minutes with
Say
a
it, brother.
rousing and inspiring song. Everybody gains 9 temporary hit points.
Woo! And I say witnessed at the end.
I like this bard.
I sort of kind of like him as myself, but I do agree with Silhouette. He is kind of irritating in a way.
Do we gain any health back? I mean, some of us were down 2 points or 1
You get-
point. from the
So
storm.
in 5th edition, when you get a long rest, you get all your hit points back.
Oh, okay.
You're good. You're healed up, buddy.
I wasn't sure if
We just got 9 from our lovely bard Mako.
I wasn't sure if sleeping in the corner counted as a long rest, but no problem.
So, Mako, how many songs do you know?
Oh, geez, honestly, I've never taken the time to count them. I mean, so I grew up on the caravan with my my parents and my brothers and sisters, and it's kind of how we pass the time.
Must be nice.
It was actually. That's actually the whole reason I'm up here north. Is after my parents retired, my brother took over the caravan, and Armand, he sent me up here, kind of do a little trailblazing for him. So I send them back letters, let them know what towns are open for trade. I mean, now that you mention it, I should definitely write. We need to figure out what happened with this storm. I mean, I hope they're all right. Hopefully, this storm didn't extend that far south.
Oh man, you're right. I have to write home myself. I didn't. Oh man, you're really smart. What about you guys? How I know we've been traveling for a long time together, and I sort of feel like I don't know any of you
Yeah.
except for you, Blue. I know you.
Luca, Duncan, share a little about yourself.
Nothing much to share. It was an act of farewell. Then I joined up with you.
No, I'm
Yeah.
sure I know you from somewhere. You look very familiar.
Maybe you
Wait.
saw one of my plays up in Gilverton.
No, I'm sure that's not it. Where did you grow up? I did quite a lot of traveling after I left Blue, and before I got home to my parents.
Actually grew up in Dagger Falls, where all that stuff happened recently.
You know, Luca, you were talking earlier about having torment in our lives. It's obvious you were projecting. Is there at least some do you want to share? We've been through a lot this last 24 hours.
I've seen my share of strangeness. That's all I'm willing to for now.
If you had a Eldritch Blast to your head, would you tell us more? I'm still intrigued. What happened to you?
I'm sure you'll see in due time.
Yeah, all good things in time. You're right.
All right.
Did everyone hear? Oh, I'm sorry, Eric.
I was just going to say, you know, Mako, it explains a lot why you're such a happy-go-lucky performer. You lack a tragic backstory.
You're not wrong.
Tragic.
No, I think the three ladies. Well, that's who I worship. Joaquin, Yondola, and who's the third one? Joaquin, Yondola, Lady of Luck.
Mora.
Tamora, that's it. Oh, geez, yeah, I'm the worst follower ever. But yeah, the three ladies have always blessed me and my family. I have nothing to complain, nothing to regret, nothing to look back upon, and wish I'd done something different. No, I'm very much a creature of today, of the now, of living, the way forward. That's what I'm all about.
All right, Duncan, your turn.
My life is an open book. I have no secrets. I have no evil backstory. My parents love me a bit. But what do you do when you're the fourth child of a border country lord? Can't really inherit. Number one gets everything. Number two is a spare. Number three joined the church. I was number four. Excellent education.
We're video chatting.
Excellent martial training. Unfortunately, after an incident involving a pot of honey, two local maidens, and a leaky rowboat, my parents had determined to send me off to a monastery. I ran away from home, joined the army, and I've been on the road ever since. Someday, I'll be going back to the border kingdoms with a massive pile of wealth and a fair bit of fame, actually a lot of fame, I hope, so that I can have something to rub my siblings' face in.
Are you planning on making your fortune by selling pigs?
Don't be daft.
You sold Bernie? Oh my God.
The pig was the last thing left. And no one seemed attached to it, honestly. Sparrow, I had no idea that you had formed a bond with the creature. It was very apparent. The silhouette would murder anyone who touched her chicken. I did not.
As you say that, I'm just like holding the chicken on, like giving you a death glare, like, don't you touch my chicken?
Again, we didn't have pets. They were on the path because we planned to sell them.
Is that what you mean by don't eat breakfast? Did they start burning up?
I'm not going to mention breakfast again. Although everyone who did eat breakfast, I wink at them. You know?
That would it.
Can I roll to see if I saw that? Wait, are you doing that subtly?
Oh, no. I have no subtlety. I'm not subtle.
I'm going to be like, you monster.
I sigh.
Can we all have a moment to cherish
Moment.
what was Bernie?
Moment for the
pig.
moment for the pig.
A moment of silence.
Hold on.
Yes.
Let me pour one for Barney. Hold on.
No, please, no alcohol.
I say
It's water.
absolutely not. And I walk through the door. Not feeling sorry for my food. Where is that temple with the big rock in it?
Where's the what with the big?
I'm gonna look to Silhouette. What about you? I've seen SMR like you before. Are you fallen? Or are you where did you come from?
This is a note. I don't really know that, so.
I'm sorry.
Were you asking Sparrow where she came from?
No, I was asking Silhouette where she came from.
Well, that's her backstory, wherever she wants to come from. So.
Have you grown up in Darker Falls?
My master and I, we lived in Neverwinter.
Who was your master?
A very old and cranky type of man.
The type that teaches you tricks of the martial arts and walking the shadows, or the type that tells you to get off their lawn?
I refined my skills in the darkness thanks to him.
Nice.
Sparrow, this might not be the right time, but I do want to hear what happened to you with the Zentrum. But maybe you want to share more about yourself. I know who you are.
Yeah. After I left you, like I said, I went home to visit my dad's and to visit my sister because I haven't seen them. I don't know. We were working so much, and I really missed them. And I'm not really good at keeping up with people, so I forgot to write, and I needed the money to buy, this kitten. I wanted to buy the kitten for my fiance, and the Zentorum, they told me all I had to do was one job, and I didn't know that this one job would change so much for me. It changed a part of me. I will never, ever get that part of myself back. It was really bad, Blue. And I'm saying this, I'm talking to everyone. They wanted me to raid a village, and for a moment, I was like, I'll do whatever it takes to get this kitten because my fiance, she really wanted it. But as I was doing it, I looked up and I see them taking people away, and it's just, I was like, what? This is not who I am, I help people. I don't aid in kidnapping and murder and setting homes on fire, And I saw this person being dragged away, and for a moment, I wanted to help, but I know I was outnumbered, Blue, and oh man, it was just really, really bad. So
why didn't you run away?
Because you don't understand the Zentorum. They're really bad people. They killed my sister.
What?
They killed my sister. After that job, they tried to hire me again, and I told them no. I told them it was against my moral compass. I wasn't trying to do that again. All I wanted was a cat. That's all I wanted to do was buy a cat.
Oh.
And it's like now. Oh man, I messed up so bad.
For the entirety of this exposition telling this story, Luca's eyes are just locked on you.
And I have a sudden clarity as I'm looking back at Luca and remembering the color of his eyes, the green. I'm going to be like, it was you. I knew you from somewhere. That was your village, wasn't it?
Dum dum dum.
That was Tilverton.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. After that, I know you probably don't want to even look at me right now.
Happened a long time ago.
For what it's worth, Luca, I'm sorry.
Damn.
Fucking the worst thing that could have happened.
And Sparrow, we met working for the Zentaurum, and I worked with them only because they were pointing me towards people even nastier than them. And I was able to take them out one at a time. But I knew they were bad. I wish I knew how bad. I would have told you to cut loose before I did.
I knew they were bad too, but they had the money and I needed it. And I convinced myself that I would do anything to make my fiance happy.
Oh.
I wanted her to be happy, and then I look at Luca and I'm just gonna start. I'm so sorry. I know you probably cannot forgive me for what I did, but I will do anything to make it up to you.
Oh.
I saw you fighting, and I saw you trying to protect the people in your village, and I should have helped, but I was scared, and I didn't know what I was doing, and then I'm gonna start hyperventilating.
Calm down. Like I said, it happened a long time ago. Could have been a lot worse if anyone else had stepped up. I'm just happy as many people made it out as they did.
Wow.
Why are you so calm about this? I did a really bad thing, and ever since that moment,
Many others have done much worse things. To me and to others.
Fast selection, teeny tiny prices. That's Sierra. Visit your local Sierra store today or shop online.
sorry again. I'll do whatever it takes to earn your forgiveness. If you cannot forgive me, I'll do to show you that I'm a worthy ally, someone that you can lean on.
I look forward to seeing what you do.
Wow.
And Bill, what about you? I mean, it's been years since I've seen you. It's so good having you back. You were like the older brother I never had.
And you were the light in an otherwise very dark place that I've been since I was born. But there's 6 of us now. I feel there's a bond that's building.
What is Mako doing? Is he playing a song during this?
I am.
Is it like a solo? So, like a song is like really dark and not dark, but like really sad.
Well, I feel like there should be like a dramatic piece be playing, like something.
It's a quiet, subdued number. Just a little bit of background.
Because this is like
Ambiance.
Yes. There we go. So Mako is playing happy music while not happy, but good background. And what is Mr. Scoops doing right now?
The moment that Sparrow mentioned that we were going to have a moment to remember breakfast. Sorry, the pig. Scoops became extraordinarily uncomfortable. with this notion because I already said grace. And so heading for the door, and then some dramatic, but then I thought, oh, that's rather rude. And Scoop is, if nothing else, always a gentleman. Noble. So I am pondering, I'm not as familiar with these companions as doubtless they are with each other. I didn't murder any of their relatives. And
that's a plus, I guess.
So I count that as a plus.
Christmas will be easier.
And I feel I look at Mako and I feel extraordinarily left out because it's probably the same as Mako does. It says happy childhood. you know.
Oh, nothing to feel left out of. Believe me, I wouldn't trade what I had for
what they have. Hell no. My siblings annoyed me, but I never had the urge to murder anyone. All right, that's not true. But I overcame it because I'm a decent human being who is not going to pray for a pig that I just ate. So can we go look at the big rock in the temple?
Yeah, I concur.
Good God, please.
Idea. We should go
Let's
check
get
out
out. This is a conversation.
All right. So, what are we doing? Is everybody leaving the tavern then?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. So, as you leave the tavern, a scarlet-robed priest, we're going to move the camera in a second. A scarlet-robed priest runs past you, stumbling in haste. Let me just show, hold on one second, guys. There. All right, a scarlet-robed priest runs past you, stumbling in haste. His face is white, his mouth open in shock. "Father, counselor," he cries, "revered one, the rose-hued disc of Lathander, god of the morning," bounces at his breast. Down the street is an old man, gray-bearded and erect. He wears a robe of pale rose, denoting a higher rank. He turns calmly. "What is it, brother?" he asks. "Be calm. Lathander loves us all. Remember." "But father, his art has left us. Canon Mescal prayed for the power to remove curses, and no power came. The Canon Mescal." Then the old one, Patriarch Garnon, came out of his hut and wept. He said his prayers too had gone unheard. "Has the great Morden Lord forsaken us?" The old man looks around at you and the other folk now listening in the street and puts an arm around the distraught younger priest. There. "Hush, brother," he says gently, in lower tones. "Do not aid the Dark Ones by spreading panic and dark rumor. Calm thyself in the grace of Lathander. Does not our faith tell us that there is always a new beginning? Look for that new light then, and be cheerful. True, our greater prayers are not answered, but we are not alone. The brothers of Tamora were as upset as thou early this morn, and as I came this way, I passed one of the whip mistresses of Lovatar. She too was in tears and hairy. And what does that gain? If the gods do not hear us, 'tis because they are busy, Marquis. Come now, and be a man. Lathander needs ye now more than ever." And he begins to lead the priest away from the crowd of people, and he's slowly walking with him down the street. Now you can see them. They're not far away from me at all, but they're slowly walking down the street.
I'll go ahead and follow them.
Okay.
Try and catch up.
Okay, so Mako wants to follow. Let me go down the list right here. Go ahead and Scoop. What do you want to do?
Are they heading towards the temple?
Okay, so you're going to head towards the temple.
No, I'm just asking if the priest.
Oh, yes. The temple, they are. The temple is in that direction, yes. So.
Okay, it seems logical. I'll follow.
Okay, so you're going to. Real quick, is it safe to assume that the whole party is kind of like going up towards this guy? You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm following.
Okay.
Excuse me, father.
Yeah. Yes, my son. How? My name is Lama Shazul. How can I help you?
So I couldn't help but overhear that the followers of the Light Lord are having some issues receiving the Light's blessing. Is that true?
Yes, our prayers are, although we do not fear, for we know the thunder is always with us. It appears our...
And Timora as well, the Lady of Luck.
Yes, and also Lovatar. It seems as if all the gods' prayers, we are, of course, praying, but they are not answering, and we are not receiving their divine blessing. In fact, all of my spells and powers, it seemed third level or higher, seemed not to be getting renewed by the gods.
What's a third level?
I was just waiting for somebody who knows that. No, it just says. Okay.
Alternatively, have you ever thought of following Joaquin or Yondola? Because I've had a lot of success with them. And converted.
No.
Maybe your prayers would be answered.
No.
Just saying.
We are. I am devout to Lathander, and then the priest in the scarlet red robe. He looks and bows and does the same. In fact, I had witnessed a commune just this morning by the visiting high priest Alusar, newly arrived in Arabel from Ulatar, far to the west. Alusar asked Lathander or his servants why the god did not answer the prayers, and received no answer. But that does not mean that we will not get an answer. For we cannot expect the gods to answer us when we want them to. They will answer in their own time, and defending what is good in the lands and what is right is whose true glory lies in his service.
Yondola gives great answers very quickly. I can...
Forgive me for my interruption. What's this business about the falling star we heard about the other night?
Yes, oh yes. A falling star, burning from the heavens, came down and crashed into the temple, destroying many, killing others. Many of my brothers have been lost. It is tragic, but such things are the will of Lathander. For maybe he was calling them forward into his great army.
Well, I think we should go check that out then. Thank you so much for your time, gentlemen.
Hold on.
Before we go,
Yes.
would you mind terribly if we investigated this meet here? We wouldn't want to impose on your temple without your permission.
No, of course you may, my children. Feel free to investigate and find what was causing these great storms and these troubles. We raise our hands to Lathander and ask him, please give us your guidance and tell us what we may do to end this strife.
And as soon as we're just out of earshot of those priests, Luca will turn to Mako and just go, "You have a problem with people's personal space, don't you?"
I mean, did you hear them? I mean, praise the Light Lord.
Did they all talk that much?
Oh, wow.
That's something people usually do, so I know. Well, I really don't know much about you, but yes, people do talk a lot, especially that guy right there. And I'm pointing like down at the halfling with us. He talks a lot, but great in music though. We should have told the priest about the girl. Maybe somebody could have went and figure out, who she is, what she is, what the pendant was. You guys are so quick to run off.
We're just taking time to investigate this church and this temple. If we don't find anything, or even if we do find something, we can always go back to the tavern. The young lady was asleep. There's not much we can do. Short of, forcing her away.
But maybe somebody could identify where the pendant came from. I know none of us were able to.
The only reason I wasn't in a hurry was because I don't know if she would be in danger if we were to ask about her. We're not around to protect her anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. I
Perhaps we
didn't
can
think
actually
about
pick
that.
them up on the way back after we're done searching for this falling star.
If we don't find any information, I would agree.
Sensible.
All right. Guys, it's actually 10 o'clock. We're going to call it right here as the beginning of this classic 2E adventure is just starting to kick in. Tonight,
We can roleplay longer.
y'all want to keep roleplay? Hey, look, I don't mind. JC is just jumping right here. He's giving me or he goes like that. My producer here, so let me know. I got 3 minutes that he usually says, but I don't see why we couldn't keep going if everybody wants to keep it. But well, he's saying we need to, because it's for the stream length. Now we're gonna have to wait. Keep that role playing in mind for the next stream. We will keep going. This has been a great stream. We started out like a lot of RP heavy, but that's what this module is great for in the beginning, and then it kicks in. If anybody who's ever out there has played Shadowdale back in the late 80s and 90s, then you know what's in store for these people with this module and what this means to Faerun and what's going on. So you're probably just as excited as I am to see it starting here and who was just introduced with that girl, the mystery girl. Come back and join us next week.
In 2 weeks? 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Right.
I'll keep my makeup on too.
He's gonna
be more convenient.
He's gonna sleep with the whole 2 weeks. He's gonna go to his kickboxing business like that. He's just gonna freaking just totally do everything in that makeup and Mako, and everybody's gonna leave their stuff on. You can just go to work like that. And next time, since everybody's just dressing up, I'll wear my Dungeon Master outfit, so y'all can see me dressed up as well, and I can get laughed at and be mocked for the pleasure of the audience.
Ever.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Does anybody here have anything they'd like to plug that they work on? I know Paul does a lot of videos with Dwarven Forge. He does some really great videos. He did one and some great builds. He does a lot of builds because I constantly see him. So you might want to, if you're part of the Dwarven Forge fan group, I would check out Paul's stuff. And does anybody else do anything creative like that they'd want to talk about real quick and tell the audience about? That's it.
I have a performance of the Blue Man Group coming up in a month or so.
He's well prepared. All right, so I guess nobody does anything else. But check out our social media.
We thank the wonderful people for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporters. Thank you for any new followers. I might not have said anything because again I'm DMing, so I don't get to really constantly observe the Twitch chat. But thank you if you joined or any subscribers, anything like that. And please join us. This I think Sunday is Pandemonium. And then Monday is our Nerdbauchery plays. We're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3. And then Friday is the Evil Team. They're still in Season 1, and they are still playing the Doom of Daggerdale. So you can come and watch to see what happens when they encounter Colderan and what their final ending will be in the city. And then, of course, they'll be starting Season 2 with those characters as well. So that'll be really, really cool. So we have some exciting things going, new content. So check us out. Thank you for joining, and I will say good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Everybody else can say bye if they want. Bye bye. Bye bye. All right.
Night.
Night. Night.